can change. You can restart. The reset button for your life can begin today, the 12th day of August 2024. What a song. What a charge. To the show, it's called the Citi Breakfast Show, 97.3 Citi. My name is Bernard Koku Avile. Thank you. And of course, we started the show with Business Sense, brought to you by ADB. Call us today, and we'll give you a better deal. Bring an old loan for a better one. Call 0302-210-210. Oh yes. Today. Starting off with the newspaper review segment brought to you by Total Energies with our new Excellium new formula. The additive enriched fuel with its powerful 3-in-1 action. Cleans your engine, extends its life, and lowers your fuel consumption. Anti-corrosion, anti-wear, and detergent additive. Lowers your vehicle's fuel consumption. Reduces CO2 emissions. Experience the difference with Total Energies. Choose quality. Own a home with a Fidelity loan. Own a car with a Fidelity auto loan. Own an asset with a Fidelity Consumer Asset Finance. Expand your business with our flexible loans to businesses, salaried workers, and self-employed at highly competitive rates. Call us today, 0800 003355. This is any of our branches nationwide today to turn your dream into reality. Terms and conditions apply. Fidelity Bank, believe with us.
Loan of up to 20,000 Ghana cedis. You can pick up all the items on your child's prospectus for school. ADB PLC offers you a repayment plan of 12 months to relieve you of all that heavy financial burden. Every ADB customer who receives their salaries through the bank, military and police personnel, and all other workers on the Controller and Accountant General's payroll qualify for this facility. Walk into any ADB branch nationwide or any Prospectus Ghana Limited office near you to apply for the ADB Quick Purchase. Terms and conditions apply. ADB, the People's Bank. ADB, truly a quick and more.
Join the conversation on the Citi Breakfast Show on Facebook at facebook.com/Citi97.3, Twitter at twitter.com/Citi973, and Instagram at instagram.com/Citi973 with the hashtag CitiCBS.
This is the Citi Breakfast Show, the city's biggest conversation.
Yeah, yeah.
It's Monday, the 12th of August.
All I can give.
Thank you for staying with 97.3 Citi FM.
I'm gonna stand taller than I've ever been.
We're going to start with the newspaper headlines.
Where you know I can.
From you, 054 998 6996. Let's hear from you on the show today. So I went to a place on Saturday. You know, I drove my car to a place beyond Amasaman called Shikbon Dili. So this morning I want to greet the people, the teams and people of Shikbon Tele. I want to greet them because
they are carrying the ground.
I swear. So you pass in Sawam and then you drive. No, Sawam. You pass Amasaman and then you drive probably.
Why do you go to all these places over the weekends?
It's funny. This weekend I went to do the kind of thing you do.
You went for the Paros games.
I went for football. At Shikbon Tele.
Paros games.
Charlie.
Paro, good morning.
You know Shikbon Tele. No, I just want to greet the chiefs and people of Shikbon Tele.
Did you get all 3 points?
Oh, we played 3 games. First one, 1-1. Okay. Second one, we won 7-0.
Hey!
Third one, it was a disputed result. we believe it was 2-2. The referee says 3-2.
Protest come inside.
We carry our scores home.
2-2.
Because the referee... they left, you know.
The result by
the coaches of the other team.
Oh, this one no.
But in the under 10 we won 7-0.
Oh, Charlie, that's
so we won the under they call it under 8. We won, it was 1-1.
Yes.
But the under 15, that was where the dispute occurred. So should we apply to GFA? How should we resolve that matter?
I will give you details of how to write a proper protest.
So what I want this morning also is that I want to get an update on the road from Ofanko through Pokwase to in Sawam. They are working.
Are they doing good work?
But you see, that's not even the issue. They are working.
It's an issue.
When you are going to that place, you can see that the middle they've done it, but we are using the outside. Charlie, go. My car turn white.
The dust
white.
The car is white. The car's color is turquoise. It's now white.
These days, I don't get carried away by they are doing the road, because I've seen a lot of roads that have been done. That's turned bad in 2 weeks.
No, this is different. You see, you are right. Those are roads that are done in smaller communities. Major road, Accra, Kumasi kind of road. That one you can't mess around with it.
Oh man, they do all the time.
Well,
they do
we'll
all
find
the
out
time.
soon enough. We'll find out soon.
Yeah, so they are doing the road, but they should do it well.
Which is why it's delaying. My problem is that it's taking too long. But they'll say it's delaying because they want to do it well.
Okay. Money is not coming.
Anyway, let's get into the headlines.
Well, front page of the Ghanaian Times, let's unite to strengthen democratic institutions, veep to African political leaders. Now, FDA ordered to pay 93,000 Ghana cedis to Tabinco, 93 million, sorry, to Tabinco Pharmaceuticals. I'll give you details. And Bese Manche ushers in Gamashi Homowo, performs rites to begin celebration of iconic events. And I'm waiting for some quick way.
All right, the Daily Graphic says COCOBOD invests 942 million cedis on farms. That's according to its CEO. And there's also the Homowo story here. Chiefs deserve bigger role in governance, Vice President says at Homowo. Former President John Mahama says it's pleasant to be vindicated. And on the back page of the Daily Graphic, Hearts of Oak win the Homowo Cup. They beat Hearts of Lions via a penalty shootout.
The front page of the New Finder. The New Finder. BOG adds $6 billion of gold to reserves through domestic gold purchase program for economic stability. And then also on the front page of the paper is a Tabinco story as well.
If you go to the Daily Guide, Dr. Bawumia is speaking. He says, reject Mahama's return to power. That's coming from the vice president. COCOBOD is also investing in cocoa farms here. The court story that exonerates Tabinco also here. And Ernest Owusu Bempa is saying that the OSP's investigation into the Airbus scandal is a whitewash.
Tobinco made it to the front page of almost every
No,
newspaper.
it's a big
this
story.
morning.
I don't know if you know the challenges they had with FDA many years ago, but this is a significant story.
I'll give you details of it. And then Ernest Owusu Bempa. Is he still with the NPA?
No, I think
He's with Ghana Gas.
Ghana
The
Gas.
Ghana,
He's still
it's
with
Ghana
Ghana
Gas is PR.
He spends a lot more time doing this thing than Ghana Gas.
So what's the
work.
headline there?
He's talking about Airbus scandal. Says Jabin did a shoddy job. Says
And he's speaking on which
fixing the
capacity?
country
That's
movement.
fixing the country.
Go and do Ghana Gas and stop these things.
Okay.
The Republic Press has Brian Champon here. Who says we'll win 2024. Brian Champon charges MPP, and our complete agenda 111 hospitals to help you get jobs. Mahama tells trainee nurses. Central Bank of Liberia reaffirms financial strength of the banking sector. And Napo is here saying breaking the 8 is not possible without God.
The front page of the new publisher, Charlotte Osei, calls her removal as EC chair petty, unnecessary. Napo pushes for house-to-house campaign. NDC chairman accused of making party unattractive.
The Daily Analyst also has a raft of the stories we've done. So John Mahama is telling the government to pay the trainee nurses arrears, and then you have Tobinco's story here as well. And the foreign minister is replying, John Mahama, no diplomatic tension between Ghana and Burkina Faso. And the IFRIG is advocating. It says now is the time for research-based poverty alleviation programs.
Front page of the Ghanaian publisher, Samir Ukus on the front page. NLA raises Lotto commission to 25%. Tobinco on the front page. Offensive North MPP boiling. Napos on the front page after paying a courtesy call on traditional rulers in Nzima. And this one, stop behaving like a land guard. Family tells Greater Accra Regional Minister.
The BNFT says investment in a great value chain remains non-negotiable. This panelist speaking at the Ghana Economic Forum. On the topic of corporate governance, SOA's profitability revolves on corporate governance. That's coming from EK Foley. And Fidelity Bank leads charge in climate resilient agriculture with 10% loan allocation.
I'll put three newspapers together, Bernard. The Daily Searchlight, the Daily Post, and the Informer. All of them are carrying the Tobinco story. The Airbus scandal also makes it to the front pages of those papers. And then the Inquisitor as well goes with that, as well as the visit of Napo to Nzimaland.
All right, let me take you to Channel 1 News for a change. This is the lead story. Election 2024, it's only God who can help us break the 8. This is Napo speaking. Other stories, Nkrumah founded Ghana, you can't write history. Ayerga to Akufo-Addo. MPP will secure election 2012 victory by any means necessary. Brian Champon is claiming. And then we wanted to focus on jobs. Mahama on why he cancelled nursing training allowance. Two other stories. Blackwood donates medical equipment worth $1.2 million to the MEPEP Health Center that we built. And then Franklin Kujo describes Special Prosecutor's Airbus report as exceptionally thorough. If you go to my journal online, we can't stop Galamsey. The youth have no other jobs. This is a chief telling Baumia. Meanwhile, we need truthful, sincere leaders. Professor Poku Agyemang is speaking. The Titus Glover story is also here. Family describes Titus Glover's land guard demolition at Dodo as land guard activity, and they threaten to sue. Meanwhile, he himself has been speaking to City News on that particular action. Other stories, Paris Olympics has ended. Everybody's looking, is commending the spectacle that took place there. Let's deal with the details of the story.
Let me start with Tobinco because it's everywhere. So let's get that out of the way. On page 3 of the Ghanaian Times, FD ordered to pay 93 million Ghana cedis to Tobinco Pharmaceuticals for unlawful destruction of drugs. Story by Malik Suleimana. The High Court in Accra on July 29, 2024 ordered the Food and Drugs Authority to pay a total of 93 million to Tobinco Pharmaceuticals Limited for the unlawful destruction of unexpired drugs belonging to Tobinco. In 2014, the FDA confiscated pharmaceutical products imported to Ghana by Tobinco on grounds that the products were unwholesome. In 2019, Tobinco sued FDA and asked the court to award costs against the FDA and declare its action as unlawful. Tobinco, the plaintiff judgment creditor in the suit was presented by Mr. Philip Addison of Addison Bright Sloan Barristers. In reaching a decision, the court, presided over by Justice Audrey Kukovite, declared that the wanton destruction of Tobinco's unexpired products without obtaining any order from the court was unlawful.
Okay, that's staying with vindication and all of that. Page 13 of the Daily Graphic has the former president John Mahama speaking, and he says it's pleasant to be vindicated. He has stated that it's a pleasant feeling to be vindicated in the Airbus scandal. He says, quote, "No allegations of wrongdoing have been proven against me, including the baseless Airbus brouhaha that the government attempted to clothe me with." End quote, he stressed. And he was speaking as the guest of honor at a lecture in Kumasi to mark the 10th anniversary of the passing of Sir Paul Victor Obeng. He said members of the NDC did not place themselves above society.
So Obeng died 10 years ago.
10 years ago.
Yes.
It's come quickly.
Yeah.
Yep.
Wow.
Well,
staying with
that, the Fixing the Country movement also have a response. They've shared their thoughts on this on page 3 of the Chronicle. Fixing the Country movement, and non-partisan and non-political civic movement, has registered its displeasure over what it described as a shoddy investigation carried out by the Office of the Special Prosecutor to clear former President John Dramani Mahama of any corruption-related offences in the Airbus corruption saga. According to the group, the OSP erred in law in its judgment on the matter and has called for an immediate revisit of the matter in the interest of the public and governance accountability, since Mr. Mahama and his brother Adam Mahama have a lot of questions to answer. The group further called on other relevant authorities to institute a public inquiry into the Airbus scandal.
Let's go back to the Daily Graphic. Cocoa Board is investing 942 million cedis on farms. Now, the story is written by Rhoda Mponsa, and it says the Ghana Cocoa Board spent almost 1 billion cedis last year to rehabilitate aged cocoa farms and those ravaged by the swollen shoot virus disease to help increase national production in the short to medium term. The money was used to fund the cutting down of diseased and aged cocoa trees, nursing and planting of seedlings, as well as maintaining the rehabilitated farms before handing them over to farmers across the country. Now, this was according to Joseph Boahin Edu, who's the CEO of Cocoa Board, and he said that the investment in farmers and farms had led to the board's administrative cost increasing to 3.4 billion cedis last year.
Let me tell you about Homowo, because yesterday parts of Accra was agog as they celebrated this one. On page 12 of the Ghanaian Times, the Gbeseman Jenia Ibonte, the second over the weekend, performed the traditional sprinkling of Kwekwe as part of the celebration of Homo Festival in Accra. Homo is a festival not only intended for merrymaking, but also to thank the gods and ancestors for blessing the people with bountiful harvest after a long period of time. And the newspaper's editorial says using Homo Festival to restore Accra to its greatness is a good idea.
Meanwhile, the Vice President is saying at Homo that chiefs deserve a bigger role in governance. It's on page 13 that Nathan read an earlier story from the Vice President, Dr. Mabu Bamia, has reiterated the importance of the chieftaincy institution in the development of a country, stressing that there was the need to increase the role of chiefs in governance for national development. Now, I brought that because there's another chief telling Bamia something different.
Okay.
This is on my Joe Online, where the chief says, we can't stop Galamsey. The youth have no other jobs. Now, I'm told that there are over 3 million young people involved in Galamsey.
What?
In this country. But this is not in this particular story, but this is something that experts have been discussing.
Yes.
The chief of Achim Wenchi and Osia Wuhini of the Eastern Region, Dasibre Dr. Asumedu Apia, has openly said that the youth in Wenchi and its surrounding areas, this is the Eastern Region Wenchi, are likely to cease engaging in illegal mining, commonly known as Galamsey, despite efforts to curb the activity. According to him, Galamsey is the only source of employment in the area, making it difficult to eradicate the practice. He suggested that stopping it without providing alternative livelihoods would be futile. Instead, he recommended that the government introduce a more regulated activity or community mining scheme. This approach, he believes, would allow the state to benefit financially from the activity while preserving the environment. And he criticized the practice where the central government from its seat in Accra grants mining licenses and permits to companies without consulting the chiefs. He called for a change in the approach to ensure the traditional authorities are involved in decisions affecting their communities.
Let me take you to the new publisher on page 3, where vexed youth have raided some illegal miners. 2 individuals involved in illegal mining activities have been apprehended by the youth in Fumso, located in the Dansa-Sokwa district of the Ashanti region. The actions of the youth were driven by the severe pollution of 2 local water bodies, River Fum and Prekum, caused by illegal mining operations commonly known as galamsey. The youth, outraged by the environmental degradation, decided to take matters into their own hands. The illegal miners' equipment were confiscated by the youth, and both the suspects and the seized items were handed over to the police for further investigations.
A lot of political stories with many comments that you describe as bombast. But I'll just read a few. So, for example, we will use every means to win 2024 Brian Champon. This statement is on multiple websites. I'll read the Citi version. Then the NDC replies him in another version. And then the running mate for Bamia also says, no government in history has built more schools and invested than Akufo-Addo. So quite a lot of political things being said. So Minister for Food and Agriculture has reiterated claims that the MPP will use every means to win this year's general election. Speaking at a campaign rally in Sawam, Mr. Champa emphasized that the NDC would not win the election. He indicated that MPP has all the capable hands on board who will use whatever means necessary to ensure that the party gets victory in December polls. Then they quote what he says: we will do whatever it takes to win the election. We are a political party with that we have pastors, imams, and traditionalists. So whatever means we will take to win the election, we will do so. Bend the sea if you don't understand, he said. So he left it that way. Then the NDC has responded. We had that story on our news, but let me read another version. A deputy communication officer of NDC, Malik Basintale, says that you will see fire and return power just as you left Senate hotels. So this is what our politicians have been doing this weekend while we have been going to church. The Minister of Agriculture, of course, stated what he said. Now, responding, Mr. Malik Basintale issued a strong response on some comments he made. Now, he basically said that we just observed that Mr. Champa attempted to take over the Senate hotels and intervene, and now he dares to say he will not hand over power to former president. I have a message to him. If December, so basically everybody's on rally just talking. He says just like he gave back the Senate hotels or whatever happened in the Senate hotels, he will also hand over power.
So we are officially in campaign season.
Then the other one is still on Citi. Napo says no government in history has built more schools and invested than Akufo-Addo. So the running mate of the MPP, Dr. Mateboko Prempeh, also known as Napo, has reiterated that the Akufo-Addo administration has outperformed all previous governments in Ghana's history. Speaking at the official launch of the Ashanti Regional MPP Campaign Working Committee and Women's Conference in Kumasi, Dr. Prempeh highlighted the numerous achievements of the government across various sectors, urging party faithful to rally behind the MPP and Baumia to secure victory. So he started talking. He mentioned Agenda 111. No administration has governed the country and commenced the construction of 111 hospitals. No government in this country has built schools like Akufo-Addo. But he didn't give details of the schools though. But he mentioned the Agenda 111. No government has established universities like Akufo-Addo. He didn't elaborate on the universities. Then he says no government has employed nurses and doctors, over 200,000 like Akufo-Addo, and no government has employed teachers like Akufo-Addo, and no government has experienced intense hunger. So no government has experienced this intense hunger pandemic and giving out free food, light, and water like Nana Akufo-Addo's government. So I'm sure we'll have some time to discuss this. But it's interesting that he did not give examples of the universities and the schools. But he mentioned Agenda 111.
He's talking to MPP folk, is he not?
But still, whoever you are talking to, whatever you say should be true.
Okay. On page 2, Napo is also here. He went to Nzemaland, after that particular one. So the vice presidential candidate of the MPP, Dr. Mateboko, has paid a courtesy call on traditional rulers in the Nzema area in the western region. The nationwide visit was to introduce himself to the traditional rulers in the country following his public outdooring as running mate to MPP flag bearer Haji Dr. Mahmudu.
A version of what I saw suggested he apologized, but I'm not sure if that's in this paper.
No,
because
so
what I've seen online
coverage,
said he went to meet the chiefs and sort of patched. They had said he shouldn't come to my area, but he went there and they sort of smoked the peace pipe. So, but I'm not sure that's the same place he was talking about the no government in history issue.
Yeah,
but
so it is mentioned here.
Place.
Yes, says that quote. There's a quote here that says Dr. Poko Prempeh prayed an to forgive the NPP government of any trespass and pray for the government to deliver the goods. I have apologized to the chiefs of Atuabo, Beyin, and Kroful and Axim, as I've already apologized to the nation.
Good. Let's go to the Titus Glover story.
Yes, stop being like a langard. That's on page 3 of the Ghanaian Publisher. I have it here. Saberima Esakwisi Mensa Bediako III, chief of Enuma Semankesi and a prominent member of the Doikesi family in Obosumasi, has condemned the actions of the Greater Accra Regional Minister, Mr. Daniel Titus Glover, likening him to a landguard. The chief expressed his dismay over the minister's involvement in leading a joint military and police team to demolish family and private properties at Dodoa. The minister's action, he claimed, were carried out without adherence to Ghanaian law.
Well, he said on Citi News that people have encroached upon land supposed to be a forest. And whilst the president is trying to build a country, people are misbehaving and building anyhow. And he's not going to allow that. So that's his angle to the actions he took. Now, there's so many other stories online that I thought we should just bring. So this is a very good one. A Blackwa donates $1.2 million medical equipment to Mepe Health Center. This is on Channel 1 News. And it says that the MP for Norton, Samukuta Blackwa, has donated medical equipment worth $1.2 million to the Mepe Health Center. This was built by Citi FM Channel 1 with support from the Ghana Chamber of Mines in April as part of relief efforts for communities following the devastation caused by the Akosombo Dam spillage. Now, the MP, in collaboration with SOS in the USA, donated the dialysis machine, incubators, suction machines, beds, wheelchairs, and other medical supplies to enhance healthcare delivery. I can safely say that this is no longer a basic healthcare facility because the kind of things that they are giving this hospital and the amount of land they have, I think this can become a proper large-size hospital because there are about 20,000 people in the Mepe community who will benefit from this particular facility. So we commend the MP for fulfilling his promise. He did make this promise when we went there in April to launch the hospital.
Okay. Let me wrap up for you with some international headlines on page 5. Rwandan president sworn in after 99% election win. Our president was there. Mali expels Swedish ambassador amid strained relations with the West. And just to wrap up from the Olympics, Kenya's Kipyegon won her third straight gold in the 1,500 meters, cementing her place as the greatest in that particular discipline.
The African medal table was not good at all. I mean, we didn't do that well.
Who's that? Who is we?
Africa.
No, yeah, no, there's no we there, Masa.
But Ghana did
Kenya did well.
Ghana did
no add us to their mix.
Kenya got like 3 gold in athletics.
They did okay.
3 gold.
They did, but they won medals.
Even Nigeria didn't win any medal.
They won medals.
No, I'm not trying to equalize, but think about
Masa,
it. We didn't even reach any final.
Nigeria
Nigeria didn't win any medal.
We got to finals. We didn't do well.
There's something we didn't do well.
Don't say Africa. Ghana didn't do well. Africa, those who went there to do well. Did Botswana not do well?
They got just 2.
What do you mean by just? How large was that the delegation? In all the events that they were expected to medal, they medaled.
Yeah. Silver in the relay, 200 in
we
the
will not unite in this matter.
The performance of Ghana is completely meaningless unless it is totally linked up with the overall performance of Africa.
This is the Citi Breakfast Show, the city's biggest conversation.
Oh, jump on now.
Go. Google me. At what time will you come back where I don't hear the sound of your car? Why you buy new car?
No, I not change my car. It be the same ride. It be the fuel way I change. Way one shouts it. Ever since I started using the all-new Excellium Premium Fuel, fortified with 3-in-1 action. Oh, Joe, now my car they run like electric car. No, it's so.
This is the type of fuel where they want to. Because now engine they cost. Where they want for way if I buy it, it go protect my engine. And with the small way I buy, I'll go drive, sir.
Absolutely. It's like strapping a turbocharger to your engine and giving it a protector. And what they bust my mind, Seth, be the 3-in-1 action, no? Excellium, they prevent up to 99% of deposit. It be anti-wear, some be anti-corrosion. Won't pay when I open them.
Hey, so where can I find this magical fuel?
Just head over to any Total Energy service station and your car will thank you.
Hey, they make a finish Magobe fast, then rush go Total Energies. My friend, but why your hand Magobe inside?
I give you info. Make a fill the gobe too small.
Go.
Excellium is designed to protect your car engine, decrease fuel consumption, and lower CO2 emissions. Don't say fuel, say Excellium. Choose Excellium, choose quality.
Citi Business News, brought to you by MTN, Access Bank and Goil. Edna Agnes Boache is joining us with the news. Good morning, Edna.
Good morning, Bernard. Hello and welcome to the breakfast edition of Citi Business News, proudly brought to you by MTN Goil and Access Bank. My name is Edna Agnes Boache. Coming up, court exonerates Tobinco Pharmaceuticals over fake drugs claim. Also coming up, government misses Treasury bill target again, falling short by 1.2 billion Ghana cedis. And later, cashew industry leaders call for government action to boost value addition. We'll bring you a report on this shortly. To our first story, a high court in Accra has upheld a suit filed by Tobinco Pharmaceuticals Limited against the Food and Drugs Authority, clearing the company and its group chairman, Elder Dr. Samuel Amutobin, of claims it imported expired drugs into the country in 2013. The court held, among other things, that the company did not import fake drugs into the Ghanaian market and that it was unlawful for the FDA to prohibit the sale of Tobinco's product without obtaining an executive instrument from the Minister of Health at the time. The court has awarded over 93 million Ghana cedis in favor of Tobinco against the FDA as damages. Away from that, government has once again fallen short of its target in the sale of weekly treasury bills to domestic investors by about 1.2 billion Ghana cedis. This comes as the latest data from the Bank of Ghana indicates that investors displayed reduced interest in T-bills during the last money market auction, tendering bids totaling 5.3 billion Ghana cedis against a 6.5 billion Ghana cedis target. Here's more.
For the 91-day bills, with all 4.1 billion Ghana cedis tendered being accepted. The government also received and accepted total bids worth 967 million Ghana cedis from investors for the 182-day bill. For the 364-day bill, the government accepted all the bids tendered worth 231.14 million Ghana cedis. In all, the total amount sold at this auction saw an undersubscription by about 19.17% as interest rates continue to tumble on the money market, averaging between 24 and 27%. For some market analysts, this trend is largely due to the significantly large auction target and government's decision to keep yields stable in the last couple of weeks to reduce the cost of servicing the debt instruments going forward.
That was a news desk report. Now, as a subscriber to mobile network services, particularly Telecel Ghana, you need to brace yourself for a potential hike in the price of voice and data services offered by the telecommunications company. In a notice to customers, Telecel Ghana indicated that this potential price adjustment would take effect from today, August 12, 2024. While the specific reasons behind the price review for data and voice services by Telecel Ghana remain unclear, previous price adjustments by telecommunications companies in Ghana have typically been linked to rising operational costs. This potential price increase comes at a time when many consumers are already grappling with the high cost of living, raising concerns about the impact on affordability and access to essential communications services. Moving on, energy stakeholders are calling on the National Petroleum Authority to convene a crunch meeting with the Liquefied Petroleum Gas Marketers Association and major industry suppliers, Blue Ocean and Tema-based Quantum. Citi Business News has learned that the association has issued a directive to its members and tanker drivers to halt the loading of products from these suppliers. The issue stems from the suppliers' plan to market LPG directly to consumers under the cylinder recirculation model, which the LPG marketers argue could lead to unfair competition. Dr. Yusuf Suleimana is an energy analyst.
The regulator has streamlined some of these rough edges, get the players involved, discuss with them so that at the end of the day we will come to a very good conclusion, so that this kind of strike or this kind of entrenched positions that do not persist. Like I said, it's not going to be in the interest of anybody when entrenched positions are taken. At the end of the day, I think the consumer will be highly affected, especially if the distribution is interrupted. And bear in mind, the downstream is very crucial, to our energy security and even to our GDP. So we don't have to do anything to disrupt the smooth operations of the downstream. And that's how I said we will need to resolve this issue at the earliest possible time and practicable.
You heard energy analyst Dr. Yusuf Suleiman, and now local fisherfolk in Jamestown are raising urgent concerns about their involvement in the soon-to-be commissioned fishing harbour. Despite promises from the government to include them in the harbour's operations, the artisanal fishers fear they might be sidelined given the current indicators. The $60 million project, which is reportedly 99% complete, is expected to transform the fishing landscape. However, these fisherfolk insist that their traditional roles must be preserved and protected within this new development. In an interview with Citi Business News, the chief fisherman of Jamestown, Ni Amawulo II, stressed the need for clear guarantees to secure their livelihoods.
You see, we are in the community. The fisherfolk here are many. That's what we do here. And there is a thing. We don't know our faith. Because when we went inside, there's so many Chinese writing all over. Means the Chinese have taken over. That's our mind. Everything inside is Chinese. So we don't have the faith that they are going to give it to us. So we are waiting. We are ready now. We have done everything. The people who are there formally, when they come and remove us, we have made tax to everybody who is now wanted to go there. And so we have been normalized to ourselves that we will be, although they haven't given it to us, we are ready to go there. They have shown us our marketplace. They are showing where to do our fishing, but the whole thing is controlled by Chinese, which we don't understand. And you can't be doing things in Ghana here, especially this community, and be writing Chinese all over.
Chief fisherman of Jamestown, Ni Amawulo II, now players in the cashew value chain are appealing for deliberate government intervention to enable them to add value to cashew produced in Ghana. They believe this will significantly increase Ghana's foreign exchange earnings. The following report has more.
Over the past 5 years, cashew has emerged as one of Ghana's leading non-traditional export earners, contributing substantially to the economy. In 2023 alone, cashew exports generated $300 million in revenue. Despite this success, stakeholders argue that Ghana could even earn more and enhance its economic potential if value is added to cashew before exportation. They are urging government to take decisive action to support local processing. Key stakeholders, including Cashew World Ghana, are advocating for an end to the exportation of raw cashew nuts. They believe processing cashew locally will unlock greater economic benefits and create more job opportunities.
Now, if you look at the global cashew market value size, currently it's about $8 billion. And Ghana is getting only $300 million. And if you look at the projection, the global market value size by 2030 will hit $10 billion. So what it means is that if Ghana is able to reposition itself well in the cashew sector, Ghana will get more foreign exchange from the cashew sector. Out of the 110,000 to 130,000 tons of cashew nut that Ghana produces, we export more than 85% of the cashew nut. So what it means is that if Ghana is able to add value to the cashew nut, then we are going to increase our foreign exchange.
Charles Kwame Kuma is a cashew processor in the Brun region. He explains some of the production challenges faced by local processors.
One, the importation of equipment into this country. You know, cashew processing equipment are done or are manufactured in, Asia, not anywhere in Africa, let alone Ghana. The cost of importing these things with the duty and other things is so high that it is disincentive to people to, do processing or value addition in this our country.
The Cashew Traders and Exporters Association in Ghana has also challenged cashew farmers to be more innovative and adopt modern agricultural methods to boost production.
The farmers have to help us. Some of them will not dry the cashew, and that is the basic. So every farmer has to take the product from the farm, dry it at least a day, and then you have your premium. If you are not having a good quality, cashew is sells on quality, based on quality. So if you do not dry the cashew, the quality will not come. And when the quality is not there, you will not have the premium price. The price will be reduced. So we will plead with our producers and our farmers to dry the cashew before they come and sell.
That report was filed by Citi FM's Bono regional correspondent Michael Sapong Nfum. Before we go on the forex market today, the dollar could be sold to you at 15 cedis 85 pesos, the pound at 20 cedis 10 pesos, and the euro at 17 cedis 10 pesos. And that does it for the breakfast edition of Citi Business News, proudly brought to you by MTN, Guel, and Access Bank. My name is Edna Agnes Boachi. Have a good business day.
Good energy hits the road with exciting choices to energize your ride, giving you more options to take you further. Watch this space for your choice.
Goil, yeah.
When you want to eat, just Momo it. Tired of the long queues in the supermarket? Pay with Momo. When you really want that beautiful new blouse, just Momo it. When you want to get a trim and get fresh to impress you know who, just Momo it. When you need to pay your utility bills and domestic staff, Shani Momo. When you want to send love to the family back home, send some Momo. Join the millions of MTN Momo users all over Ghana and live life the brighter way. So just Momo it. MTN.
This is the Citi Breakfast Show, the city's biggest conversation.
11 minutes past 7, Citi Breakfast Show. Kickoff is coming shortly, but before that, Citi Business News brought to you by MTN. Whether you are an SME, startup, a large enterprise, or education institution, Microsoft 365 Education, Business, and Enterprise are cutting-edge solutions you need to streamline operations and enhance educational capabilities. From top-notch email services to dynamic CRM tools and collaborative platforms, we've got you covered. Sign up to any MTN Business Microsoft skill solution and unlock exclusive access to additional services like WebWiz and Business Manager, all at unbeatable prices. It's a complete digital transformation package tailored to fuel your success. Email us at mtnbusiness.gh@mtn.com or call or WhatsApp 0244308111 to explore how we can empower your business. Let's get business done better. Gabi Ofe is here with kickoff, and the sports is coming. You know, Olympics is not really, maybe because Ghana didn't do well. So the real sport is.
You didn't enjoy it.
No, I enjoy the races, but
Bernard, yes, let me tell you something quick. So, did you watch the closing ceremony though?
No,
you didn't watch. Okay, so I noticed something. You know, when the flag bearers were coming out of the tunnel, so the commentator will mention the country and mention your achievements at the Olympics. I was looking forward to hear Ghana. I'm like, oh Charlie, where are we?
They came, they saw the two parts.
But I saw the Ghana flag, saw the flag bearer, but nothing.
Yeah, because we didn't do anything. We didn't find out.
It's not good. Look, it's done. The next 4 years, what next for this crop of athletes? Will set.
It's not just the athletes, though. The whole country needs to look at itself. The athletes.
That's true, though.
It's not. I mean, your athletics and your sport is a result of the kind of system you have in your country. So the country itself.
And
is not
you should see Saint Lucia. You should see Botswana,
Kenya,
Tobago.
for gold. Even Cote d'Ivoire got something. Charlie, we don't get nothing. It's terrible. Kickoff is brought to us by Lesheho. Our fixed deposit solution is still the ish. It's not just an investment. It's making money work for you so you can watch your world grow. Don't settle for average returns. Join the investment revolution with Lesheho's fixed deposit solution. Take charge of your financial future. Call 027-004-0799. Lesheho, let's improve life. Kickoff is also brought to us by Zonda Ghana Limited, your one-stop shop for quality trucks, Shantui bulldozers, excavators, graders, payloaders, rollers, TX trucks, pickups, and more. We empower people. We provide top-notch after-sales support for your light and heavy-duty trucks and machinery. We have 7 branches around the country. Head office off the Tema Aplau Road, close to Free Zones Enclave. Call Zonda on 0501 772 222. Zonda, built in Ghana, building Ghana.
There is some back into the game by Benjamin Asai. Can he win it for Hazard? No! Yes, he does! Yes, he wins it for the Phobians! What a penalty it was! For the first time you'll be thinking, Lawrence Asai said that, and you can see the disappointment on the face of the Heart of Lions goalkeeper.
And Heart Heart of goalkeeper Benjamin Asari was the hero last night for the Phobians in the Homowa Charity Peace Cup against Heart of Lions at the Accra Sports Stadium. One trophy bagged by the Phobians. To get to hear from their head coach in a bit. Plus this.
Silva's penalty was saved. They were staring defeat in the shootout. But this to win the Community Shield. And they've done it. It's a measure of revenge for Manchester City for their FA Cup failure against United back in May.
Manchester City avenging the FA Cup final defeat to Manchester United as Pep Guardiola's side triumphed 7-6 on penalties to win the Community Shield at Wembley. All of that plus reactions from the final of the 2024 Paris Olympic Games. My name is Gabby Fan. Many thanks for joining me for the very latest in the world of sports on Citi 97.3. And we start off today's update from Cote d'Ivoire because Hazakes ladies picked up a draw in their opening game at the CAF Women's Champions League qualifiers against Burkina Faso side Omni Sport Tintel. Now the Ghanaian side, who are making their second appearance in the WAFU B zonal qualifiers, they were held to a goalless draw at the Stade de la Paix in Bouaké. Yesterday, we heard from the assistant coach Emmanuel Mensah.
Yeah, I think I gave a detailed, for me, analysis of how the game went. It was more chaotic for us because we couldn't penetrate. The opponent was very solid, very compact, and was playing the counter-attacks. And these are ladies, they played in their first match, and so they looked a bit tensed. We lost so much possession whenever we progressing. So they win the ball, and it's easy for them to counter us. We were more calm, trying to find the space to attack. They were very aggressive, they win, and it was easy for them to attack. And so that was how they managed to get more chances to score. But I would say that our opponent were very good, they were very organized, and it was very chaotic for us. But at the end, I think that we also deserve that kind of applause because we still didn't concede, and it's okay.
All right, so Emmanuel Mensah is the assistant coach for Ghana's Hazakes ladies. They are all the way in Cote d'Ivoire for the WAFU Zonal B qualifiers. And the team is without Yusuf Bazigi because he's with the under-20 women's side as the Black Princesses, and the FIFA Under-20 Women's World Cup is just some few days away. It will happen in Colombia. Ghana's Black Princesses are making a 7th consecutive appearance at the tournament, but they have never progressed out to the group stage. In the last 6, the Princesses will face 2018 champions Japan, New Zealand, and Austria in Group E. Would they be able to change the narrative for the first time by progressing to the next stage? Yes, GFA President Keto Kreku.
Our U20 girls are getting ready to go to the World Cup. That represents the 7th consecutive time we are heading to the World Cup. On the 6 consecutive times that we've been to the World Cup, we've not gone beyond the group stage. This year, the vision is very clear. We're going to the competition and we must better our performances. We have given the team all the support that they deserve or they need. We believe that they have a good team. We believe that the Tenkra team are well on course on delivering.
All right, so that's GFA President Keto Kreku speaking there. Well, let me take you to Nswatra, and Vision FC emerged victorious over Oko United in a no-biting penalty shootout, clinching a title. That's the Division 1 Super Cup. 7-6 win after regulation time ended in a goalless draw, and Vision are part of the 3 teams that are set to compete in the upcoming Ghana Premier League season. Here in Accra, Heart of Oak bounced back from their Democracy Cup defeat to Kotoko by clinching the Homo Charity Cup with an 8-7 victory on penalties against Heart of Lions at the Accra Sports Stadium on Sunday. With a score tied at 1-1 after regulation, the match was decided by a penalty shootout where Heart of Oak prevailed. We heard from Abubakar Ouattara.
We're starting the training just Monday. Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, we play against the team. And we do something on Thursday, Friday. Yesterday, just a penalty. These boys have already the talents. Now we want to perform. Give them some work at the physical side and the psychological side to get the team. It's not easy, but the talent is like diamond. When we take the diamond, we polish him before we sell it. Oh, I'm proud because of the fans of this big family, who is also a family. I'm proud because the last season, all these people suffer. And after, I think this trophy is just the beginning of the league. And maybe you can see new Lucas of folk in the league.
All right, so the beginning of big things to happen for Heart of Folk. That's their head coach, Abubakar Atara. Speaking after the Homo War Charity Cup, a big win against Heart of Lions at the Accra Sports Stadium on Sunday. Well, the 2024 Summer Olympics in Paris officially came to a close, capping off in 19 days of eye-popping spectacle, jaw-dropping athletic triumphs and ear-splitting cheers from spectators across the French capital and around the world. The Paris game culminated in a spectacular closing ceremony. More than 10,000 athletes paraded through the Stade de France, that's north of Paris. But for the medal table, the US and China finished level on 40 goals each, with the Americans edging into first on silvers won, that's 44-27. Japan were in third place with 20 golds, in the same position they finished in 2021 in Tokyo. Australia, who enjoyed their best ever medal haul, finished fourth with 18 goals. Host France were fifth with 16 goals, their best result since they topped the table in 1900 when Paris also hosted the games. Well, the final event was the women's marathon, and it went to Netherlands' Sifan Hassan, who won gold in that event to sprint, finishing and claiming a third medal of the Paris Olympic Games. And the 31-year-old accelerated in the final 200 meters across the line in an Olympic record 2 hours, 22 minutes, 55 seconds, 3 seconds ahead of the Ethiopian Tiksat Assefa. Well, at Wembley, Manchester City won the Community Shield with a 7-6 penalty shootout victory for Manchester United, following a 1-0 draw at Wembley. Manuel Akanji hit the winning spot kick after Johnny Evans had sent his efforts over the bar, ensuring the champions avoided a second consecutive Wembley loss at the FA Cup winners. We hear from Manchester City boss Pep Guardiola.
No, absolutely. And we played really good, I know. And at the end, the ball is not stable, and both players miss a lot of long balls, a lot of passes, because due to the ball, it's not consistent. It's difficult to control. It's difficult when you shoot, the ball goes up, and that's why when you lose the balls in certain positions, United contact with Bruno Fernandes and after with Garnacho at the end, but with Ahmad, especially Rashford and Mason Mount, they are so dangerous in transitions, and the chances they had, except one in the first half, but Ahmad make a good action, always was in the transitions, and they are really, really good. One of the best teams.
All right, so there's a Manchester City boss, Pep Guardiola, speaking after winning the Community Shield, and that's prepping them ahead of the start of the league this Friday. We've got live radio commentary on City 97.3 for you every weekend and midweek. Well, before I leave, just a wrap of some transfer news. Around Wan-Bissaka is due to undergo a medical with West Ham United this morning after agreeing the terms of his exit from Manchester United. Napoli are also prepared to close both Devin Neres and Billy Gilmore deals this week, deal in place with both players and new bets to get both agreements done with Benfica and Brighton. Well, Chelsea's proposed deal for Atletico Madrid forward Samuel Morodion has collapsed, throwing Conor Gallagher and Julian Alvarez moves into doubt. So the Chelsea had agreed a £34.5 million deal for the striker, enabling Gallagher to move in the opposite direction for the same fee on a 5-year contract. So keep you updated later at 5 p.m. And that's the latest this morning on Kickoff. More sports stories you can head to City Sports Online. That's coming on next at City Sports GH. Back later at 5 p.m. with Sport Flash. My name is Gabby Ofe. Kickoff was proudly brought to you by Shell, Lashelle and Zonda GH. Enjoy the rest of your day. Do take care and bye-bye. Let's go.
work? How is it like? How does it feel? So this is my question. If you live in an area where road construction is going on, how do you feel? Do you endure the inconvenience of the road project, knowing that very soon you drive on full asphalt? Is the road project delaying too much? How are you managing, or how is the project being managed? How is the inconvenience being managed? Are you getting enough alternative routes? How is the dust being managed? How is your drive to work in the mornings? There was a report on CNR yesterday in Kumasi about lack of street lights. You know, if there's something you should put into your deliverables for MPs or presidents or whoever, there should be street lights. There are so many places in our country where there's no street light. The streets are too dark at night, and as citizens we cannot allow that to continue. Last 2 weeks at the town hall meeting organized for the Greater Accra region, the minister said that they had given out 20,000 street lights in the past 2 years, and that they were going to give out another 25,000. I still don't understand whether street lights are supposed to be given out or whether they are supposed to be installed. And if they've been installed, where are they? If you installed 20,000 street lights in our cities, I mean, look, a friend of mine, Kafui Day, said he counted the number of street lights on the N1. They were less than 200. And the N1 is probably the longest road in urban Accra, apart from the motorway. So let's assume we need 250 street lights on the motorway. If 20,000 street lights have been given out, our streets should not be this dark. So where did they put them in front of people's houses? I need the minister to come and answer. Where are the street lights that were shared? And who were they given to? Were they installed by the Highway Authority, by the ECG, or they were given to MPs? What happened to the street lights? There's a whole report on street lights that was done, and this is not just an Accra issue. This is not just an Accra issue. I'll come to this issue shortly in the show today. I'll take a quick update on the road I used. Now, you know, usually when I use a road and I endure the condition, I come and do a quick interview on it. So today, I'll do a brief focus on the Ofanko Pokwase Amasaman in Sawam Road. Ofanko Pokwase Amasaman Road, Ofanko Pokwase Amasaman in Sawam Road. I'll do a brief focus on it. But my biggest concern this morning is not even about roads. It's not about roads at all, you know. It's about something that is worrying for me, that Olympic Games have been held. Over 1,000 medals have been given out. Oh, I'm not sure how many. Lots of medals, because we look at the disciplines. I mean, yeah, there are lots of medals, because we didn't win anything. We didn't go to even one final, and for me, it's a problem that we have to discuss. You know, it's a big problem. USA got 126 medals. They were first. China got 91. Japan got 45. They were third. France got 64. Australia got 53. You know, Britain got 65. Kenya had 11 medals. Ghana didn't even get one. It's not good enough. Is there no discipline that we can say we are world class? World class means you get into a final. If the division of world class means you get into a final, you should have got into at least one final. I'm not even saying win, all right, Nathan? This is my problem. We took part in high jump. We didn't get into the final for women. We took part in 100 meters. We didn't get into the final. We took part in 4x100. We didn't get into the final. You know, boxing, we didn't even go. I mean, judo, taekwondo, no show. Why? Why? Is there no discipline in this world? Football, we didn't even qualify. Women football. Why? Is there no discipline in this world that Ghana is in the final 10? No. Actually, no. It's unacceptable. It's unacceptable. Look, we can't win everything. We are a small country. I agree. Now, I'm not. Final means you are in the 100 meters. There are 8 people who run the final.
Yep.
When I was young, Aziz Zakari used to run 100-meter final in Olympics. Even though you have a hamstring before you end, at least he was in the final. Okay. Leo Miles Mills, Andrew Owusu, Ignatius Geisa. These were people who would run and go to finals.
Yep.
So for many years, Ignatius Geisa was in the long jump final.
Yeah.
Andrew Owusu did the same. Okay. Now, Emmanuel Tufo and all those guys. But Aziz was the one I saw with my physical eyes.
Aziz was a world-class athlete.
Yes, so this is my question. If definition of world-class means you get to a final, all right, so you can say all the 800-meter finalists were world-class. 1 or 2 of the semi-finalists could be, but they fell out.
Yeah.
Okay.
Like Omanyala didn't make the final. Omanyala is world-class.
Very, very good. And the Olympic Games are how many sports?
Quite a bit.
Yes, I was going to this, I couldn't finish. Over 100 sports. Because maybe
keep adding.
There are so many. Look, if I go through archery, alphabetical order, that's 1. Badminton 2, basketball 3, beach volleyball 4, boxing 5, breaking, that's breakdancing 6, canoe 7, climbing 8, cycling 9, and all these have different disciplines in them. 9. I'm talking of different disciplines. Diving 10, equestrian. Is that how it's pronounced?
Horse riding.
11. Fencing. 12. And each of these has like 10 different.
Yes.
Okay, 12. Then for male and female. Football, 13. Golf, 14. Golf, Achimota Golf Club. Gymnastics, 15. Handball, 16. Hockey, 17. Judo, 18. Kayak, 19. Modern pentathlon, 20. Rowing, 21. Rugby sevens, 22. Sailing, 23. Shooting, 24. Skateboarding 25, surfing 26, swimming 27, table tennis 28, taekwondo 29, tennis 30. Now track and field is 31, but track and field has 48 disciplines. So if you add that 39, you are like 80. We're almost like 80 already categories. Triathlon 90 or it may be like 81. Volleyball 82, water polo 83, weightlifting 84, wrestling 85. And I've even broken down the various categories of wrestling, weightlifting. So over 100, almost 200 things that we couldn't find one that we were in the final. No, it's fine. It's maybe I'm being too hard on the sports people, right? Because if we stretch it to other things, you can say, "Why Ghana? What are we world class in?" Now that's beside the point. Olympics, you have 4 years to prepare for it. There aren't, so for example, you cannot, there aren't many things you can compare like for like except sport. Okay, so for example, we have lecturers who are very good in Ghana. You can't say we don't have world-class lecturers because we do have some of them lecture elsewhere, some of them whatever. But when it comes to sport, there's an annual event where we compete. Do you get it? So you cannot say our academics are not that good because the rankings for academics are very different. But when it comes to sport, they go and compete on the same pitch, in the same discipline, and they have the same rules. Do you get it? So if you're an athlete in 100 meters, there is the world 100 meters. So is it that we misunderstand the power of sport? Is sport just for countries that have achieved in economics and therefore they have time? Or is sport a question of pride? Is sports a question of resources? Is sports a question of national consciousness? What is sport? Why is sport important? Is sport just entertainment business? So for which we say, let's meet the hierarchy of needs. So let's give people food to eat, let's get them clothes to wear, let's get them water to drink, and then we think about sports later. Or is sport a business that you can use to give them those things? Why didn't we do well in any event? Why isn't the country upset? Why isn't the president calling the minister of sports to ask him? Why isn't cabinet meeting? Why isn't parliament querying? Why are we okay that Olympic Games have been held in France and we didn't reach one final? We didn't reach one. High jump. Our high jumper in women is the African champion. She didn't even reach the final. Our male high jumper didn't even qualify. Football, we didn't qualify. 200 meters that Joe Paul won, he didn't even take part. Really, we didn't change the baton well. 100 meters, we reached semi-final, 2 guys. Women race, we didn't see anything. Why are we okay with such a thing? I don't understand. So is it that when you look at the countries that do well, they've all made it in life? Okay, so fine. Let's look at the medal table. Fred, I'll come to the main issue. I'm just giving an intro. Okay, look at it. So US, you can say US is the world's most powerful country. You see, US is the world's most powerful country. Russia wasn't there, so Russia was absent. So you can say US and China benefited from Russia's absence.
Mm-hmm.
US 40 gold, 44 silver, 42 bronze, 126 in total. Now they've done something called medals per population in millions. Right? Now when you do medals per population in millions, New Zealand, for example, has done so well because New Zealand got 3.90 medals per population because they got 20 medals. Australia would be in the top 10 as well, 2 medals per population. And then also the medals per GDP. Medals per GDP. So there's a weight, and even in all of that, we know the inside. Okay? And I feel like there has to be a national inquest into this. Whether sport is pride, entertainment, business, national psyche, economic development, a country should not be happy that 200 countries met to compete in over 100 disciplines and they didn't take part in any one final. How? Wow. I don't understand. We cannot accept this. That is laughing at me. So that's my main issue for the day. That's my main problem. So I'll come back to the problem. I know you have answers. You are the sports people. I'll come back to that. You have answers for me. But let me do something. Let me do some announcements. Then I will interview the engineer in charge of the road I use this weekend.
The Shikpon Tele.
Charlie, my brother. I go do some U-turn before I enter Shikpon Tele. No, be small.
Let's hope the engineer has answers.
No, I just want to know when they will finish the road. And I just want to know whether the road has gotten to a point where some parts can be open while it's being done. I just want to get an update on the road. You know, that's all I want to do. I don't want to blame anybody today. So Nathan, you start with some of the announcements for me.
Well, if you want to go to Dubai, there are 2 windows provided by Global Wings Travel and Tours. They have one in August, 5th to 11th. So the window closed yesterday. If you couldn't join that boat, there's another chance for you, 15th to the 21st of September. And they have an incredible package. It covers almost everything you can imagine. So get in touch with Global Wings Travel and Tours on 0553 688 398 or 0550 188 181. Now, Bernard, you're talking about world-class things. Ashesi University is a world-class institution in Ghana. Now, within 6 months, you have some people moving on to grad school, others launch their careers, others start their businesses. Regardless of what you choose to study, an Ashesi education gives you a strong foundation for life. Visit ashesi.edu.gh to find out more. Remember, admissions are ongoing. Now, SolarTech is the power to protect. They have a wide range of devices that will protect your gadget. So they've got fridge guards, TV guards, and everything in between. Inverters as well to ensure that you have stable power at home. They are at Abeleng Pay on the number 10 UUA Street, or you can call them on 0302-775-106. SolarTech, the power to protect.
SolarTech, the power to protect.
Now, your living room deserves class, warmth, and memory for your family and friends who come to visit you. That's why Ash Foam has produced a masterclass range of sofas and couches to fit every corner and every space in your living room or balcony. Go to their showrooms, go to their stores, and buy a lot more. If you want to speak to them, call them on 0243 200 729. Be an Ash Foamer now. Ash Foam, feel it, know it.
All right, let me tell you quickly about the new look Lucozade. Sleeker, slimmer, original 330 ml can with the same energy that you've known for years. It's an energy-giving, great-tasting drink. You can go about your day with even more swag as you drink Lucozade from the new sleek can. Lucozade restore your energy. Now let's talk about Akaya. Now, which new exclusive estate is built around a central green park with all the family amenities you deserve, including a private movie theater, paddle tennis court, and more than you imagine. It's Akaya by Trazaco. It's the leading residential developer that brought you Villaggio, Primavera, and Trazaco Valley. They are now set to redefine suburban living in Pantan or Pantine with the new residential project called Akaya by Trazaco. Now, Akaya by Trazaco has just broken ground on phase 1 of this master plan estate. Here's your chance to join the exclusive Trazaco family. Visit akayabytrazaco.com for more information. So the question for the day, problem of the day, what does it take to become elite? What does it take to produce a world-class athlete? Or what does it take to become world-class in anything? All right, what does it take to become world-class in anything? Why didn't Ghana reach any final? Any final. Not in the racing, not in the relays, not in high jump. And this is probably the smallest delegation we've sent, if you check. So we didn't even qualify for a lot of the disciplines. Why? And why is nobody angry about it? Why are we satisfied that our country doesn't register on the world map? If you look at those who founded our country, listen to Kukuda Akwankra, the Aborigines Rights Protection Society, 1897. Ghanaian educated lawyers, chiefs, and businessmen went to the House of Lords and Commons to argue that our land should not be taken, long before the Zimbabweans and the Kenyans and South Africans had that merit to do so. So in the 1800s, our leaders, to the extent that they went to UK to argue in the language of their colonizer to say, no, you can't take our land. 120 and 50 years later, we can't even compete in anything. There's something obviously wrong. But that's not my first interview. My first interview this morning is with the engineer in charge of possibly the most important road in Ghana, Accra, Kumasi. But this portion of the road starts from Ofankor and it goes through the Pokwase interchange and then it takes you through Amasaman to Nsawam. This road has been in a very bad shape for a long time and the project has been undertaking to improve it. I used it over the weekend and I just wanted a proper update on the road. So to talk to me about this, I have Engineer Kwabna Bimpo. Engineer, good morning.
Good morning, Leonard, and good morning to your listeners.
How are you and how is the project going so far?
By the grace of God, I'm doing very well and the project is on course. Maybe that's what I can say for now.
So in terms of percentages, where would you say, so before that, where does the road start from, where does it end? So that we even know what we're talking about.
Well, thank you very much. So the road, the change zero is at Ofankor, just after the overpass, and then ends a few kilometers after the Nsawam Junction. Then you see Nsawam Junction, you know that after the bypass was created, we have a junction that goes to Nsawam town proper. And then we are going further, on the already constructed dual carriageway towards, let's call it towards home. Yeah.
Okay. So this is
about 17 kilometers.
17 kilometers. So already the Nsawam bypass has been done, which takes you through Tichamante to Suhum. Is that one already finished?
Well, so we are working, to join that one.
Okay.
Yes.
Okay. So when it's done, then we can say Ofankor to Suhum is possibly done.
Surely.
Good. So let's come back to our road. So our road starts from Ofankor, but I noticed that the Pokwase interchange has already been done. So the portion between Ofankor and Pokwase, how long is it, and what is the percentage of finishing of that particular one?
Okay, so between Ofankor and the beginning of the Pokwase interchange, which is an area we call a White House, is about 2.3 kilometers. And this would be similar to what we have from New Plan. That is going to be an 8-lane, that is 4-lane in each direction, 2-lane dual carriageway in the middle, and then 2-lane service roads on either side of the road. And we have the railway bridge. You would realize that we have rebuilt the railway bridge, to ensure that in the future, when the railway rehabilitation is taking place, it can accommodate at least 2 railway lines as opposed to what we had previously, which was just a single line.
So it means if you are going to Kumasi from Achimota, once you join that 13 kilometer Achimota to Ofankor, or is it 8 kilometer? I'm not sure. You don't even stop at Pokwasi. You go straight in the 2-lane all the way over the Pokwasi interchange, right?
Okay. Yes. So what is going to happen is that we are going to make room for you want to move from the service road to the main carriageway, or from the main carriageway to the service road. So that will be a weaving session. And that weaving session will be at the area I mentioned as White House area. So there will be a long session before you get to Echo Block. That will be an area that would allow those who are on the main carriageway to move into the service road so that they can turn right to Kwabenya, or get onto the interchange and make a left turn to Awoshi. Or if you desire to go straight to Kumasi, you either use the main carriageway or you use the service road, through the Pokwasi town. But if you don't have anything to do in Pokwasi, you stay in the main carriageway.
Wonderful.
Under the bridge.
So basically, this fits the design of the Achimota of Angkor Road in terms of two in the middle and then two outside.
Yes.
Wonderful.
Yes.
And so the Ofankor to Pokwasi section, what percentage is done?
Oh, if you were to do that, then we should be talking about 70%. Complete, because what we have done there, and you probably might have noticed that between about 1.2 kilometers of asphalt, that is the first asphalt layer, which is what we call the binder, has been completed, and that is from kilometer 1 plus 150 to 2 plus 300. That's just after the bridge. Now, what we have also started doing, and this is the main carriageway, the service road, we have presently using a portion for our traffic diversion. That is the southbound that is going towards Achimota from the Jonte area. We are going towards Achimota. That is a service road. So that may delay a little bit. But then with the main carriageway from Ofankor to the bridge, that we have started working. We are doing the pavement material, pavement layers. That is a sub base. So within a short time, we want to connect from 0 all the way to 2.3, and then thereafter up to the China Mall.
Wonderful.
All with asphalt. Yes.
So if you say a road is 70% done, and this is again Ofankor to Pokwasi, that means that by what date will the road be finished? That section, because I'm sure you are finishing this in sections and lots, right?
Exactly so. So the plan is that by the end of September, we should have completed that portion and some other portions. So the first session, which is the 2.3 kilometers, will be completed. Well, if I say completed, that we are going to open it, to traffic, to all the way to the China Mall, except in areas where we are constructing either overpasses or interchanges. So we have the Amasaman interchange, and then the Kobiman interchange. So it's an overpass, and then the other one at Media. So those sessions, it's planned that we can allow traffic onto the asphaltic road, so that the other sites, for instance, from Ofankor, we are currently working on the main carriageways. The service roads, we are unable to do it because that is where our traffic diversion, is using. So for the northbound that is going towards, Pokwasi, that is on the right, the contract right, that we can do. But then the left one, which is the one from Jonte to Ofankor, we may have to, complete everything
before you do that
move
one.
The traffic before we do that one. Yeah.
So if I get you right, the Ofankor to China Mall, definitely end of September, it should be done. But
that is the plan.
The places that will delay are the Amasaman interchange and the Pubiman overpass.
Yes, correct.
Good. So these overpasses and interchanges, what time frame are you looking at to finish them?
Okay, so I'll start with the easier one. The Pubiman should be completed. Well, in terms of the structure, should be completed. It's actually almost completed. We have the approach roads, which require some retaining walls, and those ones, the materials are in. Were imported they've just come in, so we are going to start installing them. So, okay, so that is that one. So that one is fine. Now the mid-year 2 is about 60% complete. So that should also, not be a problem. The only challenge will be at Amasaman, because Amasaman is a full 3-tier interchange. And we currently have, some challenges with regards to acquisition of the lands, that is the properties there, because they have to go through a process. And I know we are all aware of some of the challenges that this project, has faced. So given those parameters, we are hoping that at least by the end of the year, those 2 main ones, which I mentioned, should have been completed. Yeah.
Wonderful. What criteria did you use in selecting which communities will get a footbridge or an interchange? So I understand, for example, Amasaman. We all know Amasaman is a busy area, so interchange is working. Bobiman will get a footbridge. Somebody from Sikon Tele wants me to ask you whether you will give them a footbridge as well. This is Harry. So is it that every major junction gets a footbridge or interchange, or it depends on the volume of traffic?
Exactly so. So, these are based on studies which were done, prior to starting the road works, that is during the design stage. So we have identified 11 locations, 11 for either a footbridge or an underpass. So starting, I don't have all of them, now I've just moved out of Accra. So we start around Ejaheba. Ejaheba has an underpass. Mm-hmm. And we're unable to install an overpass because of the electricity lines and the issues also about land. Then when you go further, of course, Pokwase has one. Then Amasaman and all the areas. So we they are located all the. But I don't know.
So yes, but so every major community
has
either an overpass, an underpass, or an interchange.
A footbridge, yeah.
Or a footbridge. Okay. Because the way the road is, it will be impossible to cross.
No, we have 10 lanes, so
yeah,
we
it will be impossible to cross.
But then we should also remember that we cannot put these footbridges at every location.
Of course not.
Because these footbridges are quite large. You need to have ramps, and also there are some areas where we would have wished, but then sometimes the land take is so much that we have to, put them in between the
all right, so engineer, I notice you're doing the 2 inner lanes before you do the external service lanes, which is logical. But the external service lanes are pretty rough, and sometimes they shake your car's body a bit. Is there nothing you can do about them in the interim, because more cars are using these, including trucks? So whilst you're building the 4 main inner lanes, and we are using these service lanes, can't you do anything about the service lanes to make them a bit more usable whilst the construction goes on?
Okay, thank you very much. I thought you were going to say that you've seen a lot of improvement. Because
it's better than the last time we spoke, but you are right. It's better than the last time we spoke. I agree, but it can still be better.
Sure. So what we are doing, and maybe to just suppose that onto road construction in general. I know there are some people who have said, why don't you put asphalt on it? But it's a legitimate question. But then you would realize that apart from the issue of cost, what we are doing is to ensure that it is easily or it is motorable throughout the period of construction. So what we have done is that we now have 2 maintenance crews, and what they do is to grade the road, do filling, ensure that it is. But then, if you have a gravel road will not be as an asphalt or bituminous road. So this is where we would always have to, ask that the public bears with us. And remember that even on such roads, you are not supposed to travel, at those high speeds that sometimes I see people traveling at. So we will try and ensure that the maintenance crews are always, on board to ensure that we do not have any, potholes which may cause disaster, or an accident. Yeah.
Finally, initially we were told that the project delayed because of compensation issues. Any update on that? Have you sorted out the compensation of people whose structures were in the roadway, and is that still a hindrance in some portions of the road?
Bernard, this is a very serious issue you have raised. As you mentioned, we have currently over 100 cases which are still being determined in the courts of law. There are some which have already been determined, and I know that the courts have done so well in ensuring that their works go on. Now, when we started, we were made to understand that there is a right of way that had been acquired as far back as 2005, EI 17, and that all persons who were within the right of way had been paid their compensation. And therefore, when we started, we just went ahead to implement that particular right of way EI. So we of course, we had a human face. You have to cut, the point. Those who have encroached, they cut their buildings into two or into whatever area that had encroached, and we demolished them. But then there are some who sought, legal or went, illegal, and of course there has to be due process. So that is what has been. So that is still a challenge in some areas, and I mentioned that Amasaman and areas which are still going to have, or we're going to have an impact, and that has another impact on the relocation of our utilities. But God being so good, we have been able to relocate utilities in some of the major areas where we were hindered. Some of you might notice that there are areas where you see only half of the footbridge and constructed. It is because of the utility lines, and these are technically KV lines. So luckily for us, I think we have them in 4 sessions. The first session has been moved from the old to the new. The second, I understand that there's going to be an outage, and when the outage is provided, we can move the rest. So give and take within the next 4 weeks to 6 weeks, I expect that all these, utility lines which were inhibiting our progress will be moved, and that would give us the impetus to work at a very fast rate, day and night, just to be able to meet. Of course, we have gone past our date of completion, but at least we would move to complete the road in the shortest possible time.
Thank you for your time. Very grateful for your interview, Engineer Kwabena Bimpong, who is the consultant on the Ofankor to Insawam project that we were talking about. 6 minutes past 8, Citi Breakfast Show. Tech and social media trends brought to you by More Money, More Money, More Money. Telecel. The More Money promo is getting exciting. 2 lucky winners have been rewarded with 30,000 cedis each this week at Medina and Ahafo. A 1 million grand prize is up for grabs. It could be you. Simply reload your mobile money using Telecel Cash Wallet and be part of the daily, weekly draws that you could win up to 30,000 cedis every week. Buy data or airtime using your Telecel Cash Wallet and double your chances. Make payments onto your fixed broadband. It gives you the chance to be the next millionaire. Dial star 500 hash and send win to 500 or visit the Telecel Play app. And First Bank Ghana's Junior Internship Program is on this long vacation. Enroll your ward for the First Bank Ghana Junior Internship Program from July 15 to September 15 to enable them gain valuable work experience. Sign up for your child or ward for their Kids First account designed for children up to age 12, or the Me First account for teenagers from 13 to 17. Just put 300 cedis in the account and you're on your way to this very exciting internship program. Call them or call First Bank Ghana on 05969219121 or send an email to firstsolutions@firstbankgroup.com. First Bank Ghana, you first. So to a quick segment, tech and social media trends. Nathan, what's the big one for us today?
Well, so many things trending. Brana Champon is trending. This morning we read in the newspapers, some of the things he said over the weekend at that particular rally. Baumia 2024 is also trending, is going together with Brana Champon. The Olympics ended over the weekend, so some Olympic trends here. Chef Curry trending after he helped the US down France in that final. Steph scoring deep and clutch buckets.
The real final was the Serbia match.
Yeah, that was huge. USA Serbia. So that's also trending as well. Staying with the Olympics, Emma Hayes is trending. She led the US to win yet another gold medal in women's football. She took over not too long ago, but she's already led them to an Olympic medal. To some football, lots of transfer news in the mix. The name Felix is trending.
So
Joao Felix.
Haven't they heard that there's transfer happening?
They will buy. Relax.
Dubai,
relax.
So Felix is going where?
Joao Felix is trending. Well, according to some reports, he could be on his way to Chelsea. You know, Chelsea were set to sign Samu Omoriodon, but that move has been called off, and it looks like Chelsea are trying to see if they can negotiate with Atletico Madrid to sign Joao Felix.
But he was at Chelsea recently.
On loan.
Okay.
He was on loan, and they are hoping to get him.
So he's leaving. Where is his real team?
Atletico Madrid.
But I thought he didn't play in Barca.
You know, so that's all trending. Fabrizio, Mudryk, Rashford, Benfica, several sporting things in the trends as well. So some quick news, and Elon Musk is clashing with Nicolas Maduro, president of Venezuela. Now, Mr. Maduro says he's taking steps to ban X for the next 10 days after a public dispute with Elon Musk over the contested election that Maduro claimed to have won. Now, Maduro said on Thursday that he had signed a proposal with the National Telecommunications Commission to take the social media network out of circulation and accuse Musk of violating the rules of the social media platform by inciting hatred, fascism, and civil war. So Elon Musk has been very vocal in the last few days.
I wonder what it would be like to work for a company run by a superstar CEO. Because Musk is a superstar CEO who can, argue with world leaders.
Yeah.
Basically get away with it because the company is so big. That's globally.
Yeah.
I just want to make a comment. Last week we were talking about something and we said Jumia was not in Ghana. It was actually Jumia Foods.
Yes.
That
Jumia
had them.
Foods left.
So Jumia is still in Ghana. The e-commerce wing is still
Oh,
there.
yes, they are.
The logistics company is still working.
Yes.
The advertising as well as their pay. So, of course, it's a company with many parts. So it was Jumia Foods that we meant to say.
Yes.
So the other Jumias are still well and good.
Yes,
they are still
they are
alive.
fine.
Interesting point. Thank you, Nathan. Thank you, Godfrey.
This is the Citi Breakfast Show, the city's biggest conversation.
can be accessed on any free-to-air digital box like the DSTV and HD Plus boxes. Channel 1 TV, telling your story, empowering change.
This is a special security announcement. Trelledo, Africa's strongest burglar proofing, announces big discounts on all sliding security barriers, roller shutters, and clear guards to protect homes and offices from criminals. Trelledo is fighting rising prices by offering big savings and lower prices. Be safe, secure your premises. Google Trelledo or call 0561 24 24 24. Trelledo, Africa's strongest burglar proofing.
Get ready for an unparalleled learning experience at the This Is Ghana Exhibition 2024. Join us for a series of insightful seminars designed exclusively for SMEs, packed with valuable knowledge and strategies to elevate your business to new heights. Session 1. Learn how to effectively manage your finances and accounts at our SME seminar. Gain essential skills to drive financial success for your business. Session 2. Discover the power of digital sales and marketing in boosting your revenue. Unleash the potential of online platforms to expand your customer reach. Session 3. Master the art of packaging for the export market at our seminar. Position your product for global success with expert insights and best practices. Session 4. Explore lucrative opportunities in the oil and gas industry tailored for SMEs. Learn how to tap into this dynamic sector and propel your business forward. Don't miss out on these exclusive seminars during the This Is Ghana Exhibition 2024. Reserve your spot now and take your SME to the next level. Call us on 0205-973-973 for more information. Brought to you by Channel 1 TV and 97.3 Citi FM with support from our proud sponsors MTN, Kowa Natural, Ghana National Gas Company, Ghana Pay Mobile Money, Piva Beverages, Ghana Exim Bank, Petroleum Commission Ghana, Global Share Alliance, and Build. This is Ghana Exhibition 2024, where innovation meets opportunity.
Welcome to the new normal, STEAM education. At Sparks Learning Experience, Science plus Art equals holistic learning, hands-on teaching, creating knowledge anew, experiential learning. That is what we do at Sparks. The future is bright with skills in hand and knowledge in action. Enroll your child at Sparks today and watch their skills come alive. We've got drone piloting, programming, AI, robotics, among others for your child. They will receive exceptional STEAM mentorship from our founder, Professor Fred Magbangaluri. Sparks Learning Experience, where skills shine bright. Admission is open now. Find us at 1 University Avenue, Bukusu, or call us on 055-7637-149.
This is the Citi Breakfast Show, the city's biggest conversation.
Major routes, let's hear from you. 054-998-6996. That's not our main topic for today, though. And also, where are the street lights? This street light issue, I will deal with it properly one of these days. The Greater Accra Regional Minister announced at the town hall meeting that street lights were given 10,000 2 years ago, another 10,000 last year, and this year they're going to give out 25,000. And I want to know where they are because I don't think any street lights have been put anywhere. We have a number of reports from various parts of the country. Streets are dark at night. So where are the street lights? Who were they given to? Were they installed? By the way, street lights, are they given or installed? This is the first time I've heard that somebody has distributed street lights. Street lights are not supposed to be distributed.
Yeah, but
they have to be installed unless they were given to the assemblies. And do the assemblies have the capacity to install street lights?
Yeah, but it happens a lot.
But shouldn't the street lights be part of the road infrastructure?
Yes.
So why should it be given to assemblies?
But I'm just telling you, that's happened.
It doesn't make sense to me because the streets are too dark. Well, there are actually a couple of comments on street light that I'll come to. But Nathan, let me hear from you before I do that.
Yes, Lancaster University is here. They are the only British university campus in West Africa, and they are giving you the chance to enjoy getting a British degree at a fraction of the full cost. Get up to 50% scholarship as you chase your degree at Lancaster University, Ghana. Send them an email, admissions@lancaster.edu.gh, or call 020-960-700. 8 now. Visa or Zenith card is saying that they gave people a chance to go and experience the Olympic Games in Paris, but that has not ended. That opportunity to enjoy other goodies is still there. Spend a minimum of 3,000 cedis on at least 5 transactions and you get to enjoy massive goodies from Zenith Bank. For more details, visit zenithbank.com.gh. And this morning, if you are thinking of something to take, it's 8:19, you want to take breakfast, I recommend Twisco. Is an exciting new chocolate beverage out there on the market, and it's coming from the producers of Cowbell. It's available in 20 grams, and you can find Twisco in your neighborhood store in a delightful red sachet for only 1 cedi, 80 pesos. Start your day with a cup of the great tasting Twisco and power your dream. And this idea is FDA approved.
All right. If you can read some comments for me about street lights and roads before I come to this.
Okay, so it says, good morning, Bernard. Most of the assemblymen who received the street lights sold them to electrical shops. You can visit some electrical shops in Amasaman and cross-check their serial numbers. Kusi Ajiman from Dodo says, Bernard, on street lights, this is my take. It is the way it is because no one is in charge of street lights. Street lights should be taken away from MDCs and given to surveillance. Given to surveillance cameras engineering and administration unit, either of Ghana's police preventive and safety unit or a specific entity. The only place street lights work in Ghana is the Hohoe constituency. I mean from Ho through Golokwati to Likpe Fodome, Likpe Mate, all the way to Blue Waterfalls. Oh, the roads are good and the streets are lit, the food and the people. Definitely, this is somebody who will definitely enjoy the trip to the part of the country.
Well, I'm not doing street lights too much today. Let me come to
why your weekend was ruined. We are going to LA.
84 countries.
We are going to LA.
84 countries won medals at the Olympic Games. Yeah. All right. Actually, 84. The last on the medal table is Zambia. They got 1 bronze. Slovakia got a bronze. Singapore got a bronze. Qatar got a bronze. Peru got a bronze. The refugee Olympic team, countryless athletes, even got a bronze. Guys, the refugee Olympic team got a bronze. Cape Verde got a bronze. Ivory Coast got a bronze. Puerto Rico got 2 bronzes. Malaysia same. Grenada 2 bronzes. Albania 2 bronzes. Tajikistan, Panama, they got 1 silver. Panama, Mongolia, Jordan, Fiji, Cyprus. I mean, look at countries. Fine. You can say India. For its population, India got 1 silver. And then India got 5 bronzes. Right? If you look at the size of India, you could say this is a disappointment. But guys, Ghana didn't reach even 1 final. All right. Now, let me go through the events. You know, I mean, archery. No, nothing. South Korea won everything in archery. So let me ask you if you understand why South Korea won all the medals in archery. Men individual, women individual, mixed team, women's team, everything, South Korea.
Yes.
All the golds in archery were won by South Korea.
Yes. Because I told you this last week. The type of archery basically is a key cog in Korea's cultural. It's like Owari.
So they have a cultural advantage.
Yes, a cultural advantage in that. Then they have built on that into modern archery, the sport of modern archery. But archery as a sport is deeply embedded in Korea.
They are the world champions in archery, no doubt.
They do. It's part of their makeup. Okay. They have a lot of people who spend time doing this.
Good. Let's go to badminton. When I was young, Kwamna Yeboah used to do sports highlight. There were days we showed badminton being played. China won women's doubles, mixed doubles. Chinese Taipei, which is Taiwan, won the men's doubles. Singles, Denmark, women's singles, South Korea. Essentially, the Asians dominated all except Denmark.
Yes.
Every
do very well in
every
that
other
sport,
country,
in table tennis.
Malaysia, China, South Korea. So if you take badminton, look at the medal spread. Apart from Denmark that won men's singles gold, every country is in Southeast Asia or South Asia. Any reason for this?
Again, it's cultural. It's a sport that has been played in that part of the world for many years.
So Japan, China, Malaysia, Indonesia.
It doesn't take a lot to set up. So when I was in school, if you go to the playground on campus, you would find a lot of people own their rackets for badminton. So they just stand and then they just play.
So they grow up with it.
Yes.
And let's not forget that those Asians too, culturally and traditionally, a lot of the things they do develop their reflexes. They are very good in terms of martial arts. That kind of training develops your reflexes.
So it's natural to them.
And badminton,
sport,
it's
yes.
Basketball. US won the men. US won the women. France was silver. Men, Serbia bronze. Australia bronze for women. They did 3-on-3. Netherlands, Germany, France. So a sprinkle of European countries did 3-on-3. I won't comment on basketball so much because we've never really done well in basketball. My only surprise, Angola didn't even go. South Sudan replaced Angola in my view.
Yes.
And for men, I didn't see Nigeria. I saw more the women Nigeria.
Yes.
Maybe there's something happening with basketball.
For the South Sudanese, so this is it. A lot of the players they have are in the US playing college basketball.
Okay.
Now, the president of the South Sudanese Basketball Association is Luo Deng.
Okay.
Luo Deng played in the NBA for 14 years? Played in the UK. So, and a lot of this is down to him. The fact that he was exposed to the NBA, he realized the potential, invested money, got a lot of these guys to go to the US to play college
it's
ball.
Down to one professional who decided to come in.
Yes. The Nigerian women's team and what they did, it's a similar story. A lot of the players there play college basketball. Now, what the Nigerians have done that we don't do better is that they realize that these people were born to either two Nigerian parents or one Nigerian parent. They extend invitations to them to come back home, and then they create the environments very similar to what they experienced in the US.
So it means that if there's an African basketball championship, Nigeria would do very, very well. Okay, let's talk. Beach volleyball is not really a big thing. Men, Sweden, women, Brazil, no problem. Boxing is where my heart was broken. Now, boxing had 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. Actually, 13 events plus 11.
So which categories you mean?
Good. So men's 51 kg, Uzbekistan.
Yes.
Gold. Silver, France. Dominican Republic, Cape Verde, bronze.
Yes. Cape Verde is Africa.
Yes.
Yeah.
57 kg. Men. Uzbekistan. Silver, Kyrgyzstan. Bronze, Australia, Bulgaria. Men 63 kg. Cuba.
Yeah.
France, silver. Canada, Georgia, bronze. Men 71 kg. Uzbekistan. In fact, Uzbekistan won men 51 kg, men 57, men 71, men 92, men plus 92, all Uzbekistan gold. Then if you come to men's 50 kg for women, China.
Yeah.
Women's 50 kg, China. Women's 54, China. Women's 57, Chinese Taipei, which is Taiwan. The only African country that won a gold in boxing was Algeria. Women 66 kg, controversial, right? So China won about 4. Uzbekistan won like 6. Cuba won a sprinkle. Then China won a lot of silvers. So in the whole of the boxing, the only African I see is Algeria
and Cape Verde,
which culturally is even Middle East. All right. Then you have Cape Verde with a bronze in men 51. No African country won anything in boxing. How? And Ghana didn't even take any boxer.
Do you know the top ranked countries in amateur boxing?
Cuba.
Number 1 is Uzbekistan. Number 2 is Kazakhstan. These are the top.
They won a silver somewhere. Yes. They won a few bronzes.
Uzbekistan, in fact, has become the most dominant amateur boxing country on the planet the past decade or so.
Uzbekistan.
Yes.
So what happened to Ghana?
So they were expected to win the medals that you've seen there.
So is our boxing prowess a hype, or is it
no
past?
Professional boxing, amateur boxing? 2 different sports. I keep explaining.
2 different sports?
Yes.
Serious?
Yes. It's boxing. One emerges from the other because you start from being an amateur into a pro. But these countries tend to focus heavily on amateur boxing from a very young age because, again, it brings medals. The focus is on what it means to the country. So you have a lot of money being invested into a culture of fighting, which is why you would suddenly ask yourself, why do you think a lot of mixed martial arts powerhouses are coming from the region of Dagestan?
Uzbekistan.
Dagestan is within Russia.
Okay.
But it has a certain culture, that trains a lot of young people to become or prepares you to become elite fighters. Uzbekistan and Kazakhstan have the same mindset, and they've added money and science to it.
I don't see any US medal in boxing.
Yes, because US traditionally for the past 20 or so years has not done well in amateur boxing. And these are some of the reasons that because the allure of the pro game means
So
that
most young
yes, will
boxers
skip. You now have a lot more younger boxers who are jumping to pro from age 17.
So countries that do well in pro boxing may not necessarily do well in Okay, let's look at Mexico.
Mexico doesn't do too well
Because
in
Mexico
amateur boxing.
has been traditionally a good boxing country.
It's a professional boxing powerhouse.
They got a silver in the men's 71 kg, and that's it. They didn't get any other medal.
You see, exactly.
And I see countries like Turkey, North Korea, Philippines, Panama, Bulgaria.
Yes.
I mean,
because they don't really
Ireland.
they don't pay too much attention to the amateur ranks. Okay.
Let's listen to an official. We'll listen to an official of the Ghana Boxing Authority comment about this. There was a discussion on panorama and boxing. I'm very hurt by boxing. Now we couldn't even send one person because
we didn't qualify.
We didn't qualify. It's not
we didn't qualify.
But if you didn't send me, you couldn't qualify.
No, I'm just saying that if you say we didn't send, it's like we didn't qualify.
But that's my point. You guys say we should build boxing facility. We built the boxing thing at Bukom. Isn't that the facility they need?
No, that we need smaller gyms. There are a lot of those.
The coaching has to be elite.
Elite as well.
So we couldn't produce even one athlete to compete in boxing at this Olympic Games.
No, we didn't do well. But it's also because and I'm sure when you play the audio, the person who spoke will confess to the problems of politicking within their group. Team selections have always been controversial. I know this. People might make this controversial, but how did we allow Frizzy McBones to join Ghana's amateur boxing team? What's his background?
Who is Frizzy McBones?
Very popular guy, social media. Social media sensation. Used to box in the UK, now boxes in Ghana. I have no problems with, people tend to take things and run with it, and we go and say Godfrey Akoto doesn't like Frizzy. I have complete respect for what Frizzy has been able to achieve in his boxing career. But my point is, his background and his skill set did not warrant a selection to join Ghana's amateur Olympic team to go and contest for an Olympic slot. It was a dream of his, fine. But what was the work that had been done?
I'll come back to boxing. Let's go to other sports. Something called breaking.
Breakdance.
Breakdance, Charlie. We don't do breakdance.
As an Olympic sport.
This year was the first time. Also, it's debut.
Canada got gold for men. For boys, Japan got gold. China. They just want to share the medals.
No, because, you see, Japan has a very, 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 very strong b-boy culture. Outside of North America, US, Canada, Japan is the hub of that thing.
Let me not even go there. Canoe.
Which of them?
So canoe. As in, so I saw one final, which was won by a guy from Czech Republic, 1,000-meter sprint. Yeah. Brazil was second. So basically, one man is in a canoe and he has one paddle, and it's
a straight race.
Straight race, 8 countries.
Freshwater,
and it's basically on a river, and it's basically paddling to death.
Yes.
Right. And I said,
can we do this?
It will be the people they book home the Winneba and things.
Yes.
They do those things.
Yes.
And the guy is in a canoe, one-man canoe. And he's just basically using his hand.
Do you know the price of the canoe he's in? It's not your canoe at Winneba. Do you know the price of the canoe he's in?
So in their country, is it a sport? So they do it as a sport?
Yes.
So what we do is what? Business?
No, but we use it for fishing. And then we have the ceremonial.
But we have boles in Accra.
It's not about boles.
The guy, I have a bole in my area who's
but it not be macho. There are somebody who can look like you, but the power and technique he has over years of practice gives the person an advantage.
Everything. France. So men's single slalom, France. Great Britain second, Slovakia third. Women's single, Australia, Germany, US. Canada, US, Cuba. Men's 1,000-meter, Czech Republic, Brazil, Moldova. Men's 500, China, Italy. Just no African country. Climbing.
It's not a thing.
Climbing. Britain, Slovenia, Indonesia.
You know, Africans, we don't like taking risks. We are not going to climb anything.
Okay, so basically no African country was there.
We are not going to climb anything.
Now, the other one that shocked was cycling. Cycling had 22 events.
Yes.
So you have men's park BMX freestyle.
That is not for us.
Women's park BMX freestyle.
That's not for us.
So then there's BMX racing.
That's not for us.
And all of this is Argentina, China, France, Australia.
Yes.
Men's road race.
It's not for us.
Women's road race.
It's not for us.
Men's individual road time trial.
We don't do that here.
Men's keirin.
Yes. The men's keirin is a circuit race.
Circuit race.
It's a very dangerous race. You don't even try.
Okay, what about men's Madison?
It's a very dangerous race. It's a circuit race.
Men's Omnium.
It's a circuit race. That's the one where they use the specialized bicycles, where they wear the attire that allows them to have a certain level of.
They can
streamline. So it's very, very quick. If you crash in that race,
okay, let's come to men's sprint. With that one too, we can't do it.
No, you can't.
Men's team sprint.
No.
Men's mountain bike.
No.
Women's mountain bike.
No.
So the cycling we're doing in Ghana is not part.
No.
But people ride to Ibri every day.
Yes.
What are they doing?
They're having fun.
There are people who are professional bikers in Ghana.
No. Not
cyclists.
Not at this level.
So which one is the main one they do, like the normal biking race? Like the one they ride for?
You're looking like the Tour de France type.
Yes. Isn't that one there?
Yes, there is that.
But you see, Bernard, during the African Games, did we not? We covered
what happened to our people?
That they showed up with the wrong type of
bicycle.
It wasn't fiber. It was metal.
They put in the bucket.
The one that was the tire
put them in the bucket of the pickup.
No, that one was the badminton people going to Baltimore. But I'm talking about the cycling race that happened on the Pokwasi Internship. We all heard the story.
Is it expensive to train a biker?
Yes, very expensive.
Because the type of bike you have, it's not the one that you go to Abosoka and go and buy. We are talking about fiber optic.
The bicycles,
carbon fiber and things.
Yeah, the bicycles are very expensive.
Very
it's a very expensive sport.
Carbon fiber
to be fair, most of the countries that won are European or China.
It's a very expensive sport.
So basically economic, okay, fine. So cycling, we didn't do well. Diving.
It's not our thing.
China won everything.
Yeah.
China won all the gold.
Yes, it's not our thing.
Charlie, there are 10 men's 10 meter, women's 10 meter, men's synchronized, women. China won everything.
It's not for us.
Okay, let me listen to Charles Efson, Communication Director of the Ghana Boxing Authority, on why Ghana failed to qualify even one person to rep at the Olympics. He was speaking on Sports Panorama on Friday.
Boxing in Ghana still remains the nation's leading medal prospect, as evident at the Commonwealth Games, the recent African Games, and then the 2020 Tokyo. Ghana boxing, for that matter, most boxing nations who are not setting their fundamentals right, just like Ghana, have become victims of circumstances of world power play in boxing, of what is going on between World Boxing and International Boxing Association, the IOC, on the other hand.
Can you explain that to us a little?
You look at it, before, the number of entries that we get from the qualifiers within the various weight categories, especially from Africa, was so much. But because of the tango between IOC and the International Boxing,
and IBA,
yes, IBA, that's International Boxing Association, have made a sense that Africa has rather been at the receiving end of it. So you look at the continental distributions, Africa was just allotted, 7 males for qualifying for the continent.
Okay.
And then 11 females from the continent. Compared to what happened in the previous Olympics, that's 2020, 33 for the men, and then 15 for the women.
So let me just explain something before he goes on by way of background. Now, IBA is an organization that is practically powered by the Russians.
Yeah.
They are the main blood of IBA.
Yeah.
And so they are the short callers of IBA. And they've had doping issues that have gone all the way up.
And officiating too.
Officiating issues that have gone all the way up. And so basically there's been some friction between, like Jojo said, the Olympic body and also IBA, to the point where if you look at the issue involving Helif, the Algerian boxer, there were reports that IBA had initially sanctioned certain tests to be done to ascertain the true status of Helif, or whether she was eligible to fight as a female boxer. Now, that same test is what journalists and people raised or flagged and said that, well, if she had been disqualified from IBA, why was she being allowed to participate in the Olympics? And the explanation was from the Olympic Committee was that, first of all, they didn't even consider the IBA test credible. and they are not sure exactly what IBA was testing for. So if you are a bit confused about the politics going on between the two bodies, that's a little underpinning. So Jojo, I just sought to explain the background so you can go.
So for now, as it is, boxing, at the Olympics being managed by a task force, IOC task force. Though they are using the IBA rules, and just like you've explained, the Ukraine-Russian war to some extent have extended to affect boxing. Now, African have been heavily affected because the weight have been compressed. Something that we used to have about 13 weight have been compressed to just 7 for the male. For the female on Ghana side, I don't want to count as among it. So when it happened that way, you need to win gold, right? Then we went to Dakar, Senegal. It was very difficult. Knowing very well that all our previous boxers have all gone professional, so we have to form a new team, and they didn't have any solid background. And
how about a guy like Joseph Kome? Had he gone professional too?
No, he has not gone. So at Dakar, Senegal, he got to the semi-finals, and lost against the eventual, how do you call it,
winner.
The winner who qualified, the Algerian, Guta Becker, who qualified for the Paris 2024, right? But came to Accra and lost to Samotechi. So I'm trying to build on something here. Now, you look at it, Theophilus Pakualote, who was also so close, won bronze at Dakar. If he went to Italy, did so well. Went to Thailand, did so well. And could even qualify on the wild card, continued to lose to Patrick Chinyamba of Zambia, who is Africa's #1. So the concern here is we as a country, in hosting the 13th African Games, diplomacy play a lot of role in sports. There should have been people who are going to Lausanne, where the IOC is based, that we are hosting the games here. If we are even postponing 2024, it was supposed to be 2023. Let Ghana host the boxing, right? In that case, we will have to take the weights for which we enter. But we didn't see it that way. And that's one main factor.
Whose fault is that? The Boxing Federation or the Sports Ministry?
From the GOC perspective, because GOC in this case is so much crucial in this.
So they should have championed this course.
They say they mention it to the ministry, because it's supposed to be governmental.
So it should have been a collaboration between the ministry and the GOC.
Yes. So they go to Lucerne to tell them that once the games is being postponed, Senegal hosted the previous one, which is the West Africa. Ghana have the facilities. We have the everything that we have to host it. So let us host it. And in that particular hosting, IOC was supposed to invest $2 million into hosting, because the whole Africa IOC officials are coming. So our economy will have been richer with $2 million. Now we've missed out on that. So it went to Dakar, Senegal. Then subsequently, you look at it, the modern sports tries more on science, technology, and nutrition and all those things, because you have to build your system, your cardio, to be able to withstand it. You see what the Algerians are doing. You see what the Moroccans are doing in boxing. Yes, it's Tunisians. I'm talking about those who qualify from Senegal. As I saw with my own eye, the way they eat, the organization and everything. As we went there from this part of our world, we and the Nigerians, and the Nigerians have their own approach that they came with, which helped them in a way. So we, did not actually, organize ourselves well, did not plan very well.
So that was Charles Epson, Communication Director of Ghana Boxing Authority. Do you understand what he's saying?
Yes, he's largely right in a lot of the things that he says, that the conflict between the IOC and the IBA, which has been ongoing, in fact, it's reared its ugly head at this Olympics because of the Imam Khalif situation, where the IBA organized a presser that degenerated into something completely different. Now, the IOC, even today, Thomas Bach, the president of the IOC, has said that he is giving the boxing federations around the world up until 2025 to sort out a new umbrella body. Otherwise, Los Angeles 2028, everybody loves boxing, but boxing might not be there if they don't sort those issues out. But my only input into also what he said would be, look, sometimes it requires a certain level of work and planning by the federations themselves before it gets to the higher level. Okay, and I don't think we did enough of that with this group. This group, I'm not going to say other groups, but with this group, I don't think we had enough quality. Like I said, if you look at some of the people who made it into the squads and how they made it into the squads. Bukom Baku-san, for instance, Ambitious Tilapia, whatever his name is, made it into Ghana's amateur boxing team. I've seen this kid train in the streets with his dad. If you look at the kind of amateur box, the caliber of amateur boxer Brahma Kamoko was, Brahma Kamoko, forgets the antics and everything, was a very, very good amateur fighter. Bukom Banku was an amateur boxer before he became pro. And they showed in the early stages of his pro career when he was very serious about being a boxer, before the antics. His son does not come anywhere close. But some way, somehow, he found his way to the amateur team and was fighting for a slot somewhere.
He was swinging wildly during the All Africa Games.
Those are some of the... So those are the selection issues that later will come back and hound you. Because if you put this person in the ring against somebody, perhaps it's an opportunity lost for somebody else. If indeed also he is the best we have in that weight category, then we have a problem.
So let's deal with other sports. So fine, boxing is deal. Diving, we are not there. Equestrian, which is like horse riding.
It's too expensive.
Germany won everything. Britain won 2. Fencing, which is like sword fighting or whatever. Very mixed group of winners. The East, Japan, Hong Kong, US, South Korea, France, Hungary, Italy, Japan, US. So no African country did well. Football, men, Spain, that's gold. France, silver. Morocco, bronze. They beat Egypt 6-0, by the way, in the bronze match game. Women's, US, Brazil, Germany. Morocco is doing something right in football. They did best in the World Cup. The under-23 team is probably the best on the continent.
Their women's football is doing quite well.
In a sentence, what is Morocco doing in football that we have to learn from?
Investments.
Just invest.
They are playing so well.
Yes, investments.
All right.
Invest, and then the other thing they don't. So we like to wait until we discover that, there's some Ghana boy, and then we go and talk to them. The Moroccans never lose touch with their players.
Even when you're in France,
Hakim Ziyech will tell you that he was born in the Netherlands. The Moroccans reached out to him when he was about 14 or 15. So they knew Hakim Ziyech existed somewhere, and he was always from about 14 or 15.
They did so well.
Till he made a decision finally that, I'll play for Morocco.
The game they lost to Spain in the semi-final was a very narrow defeat. So they're actually that good.
They're very good team.
So Morocco did well in the football. Golf, we are not the US, New Zealand.
It's not us.
Gymnastics.
It's not for us.
But some schools in Ghana, they are doing ballet dancing. That's not different.
They're enjoying themselves.
Japan, US, Italy, Philippines, Brazil is very mixed.
Yes.
Algeria won the women and even bars.
Yes.
That was quite impressive.
Yes.
Algeria won the women.
Yes, young lady who was brought up in France.
All right, so that's gymnastics. Again, gymnastics has 18 events.
Yes.
So the medal. Handball. Now, my challenge with handball is handball used to be something we're good at. In the past.
We've never been good at it internationally.
Okay, at least in Africa.
No, in Ghana, we just play it.
Okay, Denmark, Norway, Germany, France, Spain, Denmark.
Did you see Egypt play handball at this competition?
But they didn't reach the last 4.
No, they were in the quarterfinals.
They were that good?
Yes.
So the Africa's best?
Yes.
They even couldn't qualify to the final. Okay, hockey.
We used to be very good at it, not anymore.
Yeah.
Netherlands, look at the state of
Netherlands won both men and women's hockey.
But then they are killing.
Hockey is their king. Their thing.
But the thing I always tell you about investment. Did you watch the women's hockey final was contested between, the gold medal was between Netherlands and China. China is not a hockey powerhouse.
But they still managed to get to the final.
No, because they made a conscious decision. You know what they did? There's a legendary Dutch coach that they stole from the Dutch.
Look at that.
To come and live in China. She brought them to the final. At the first time of asking.
I know that Pakistan and India have been good at hockey. India was in the men's bronze. Pakistan didn't do. Now look at judo. Kazakhstan, Japan, Azerbaijan, Japan, Georgia, Azerbaijan, France, Japan, Uzbekistan, China.
Yes.
So a lot of the former Soviet countries.
It's part of the culture.
It's part of the
silver. You have France, Georgia, Mongolia, Uzbekistan, Tajikistan, Moldova,
part of the
Kazakhstan.
Culture. You see, they have a combat culture. So the martial arts
man to man
is heavily encouraged.
Part of them.
Also with you realize a lot of them are either served in the military or are serving in the military.
But you know what's funny? Judo is based on Japanese culture.
Yeah, judo is Japanese.
This is my point. So karate is
Japanese.
Judo only Japan won only 2 gold.
Yes.
Naturally 3 gold.
Yes.
Men 66.
Is it only 3? Yeah, it's a lot too.
81 kg and women's 48. For a competition that's based on your cultural rules, you should do much better. Anyhow, but Japan did very well
because somewhere in there the French.
Yeah, the number one judoka is French.
So France won gold 100 kg plus.
Yes, that's Teddy Riner.
A number of they got a couple of silvers and a few bronzes.
Yes.
So it's a sprinkle. Kayak.
It's not for us.
What is kayak?
Kayak is kind of like a canoe.
But you put your leg inside and you are.
Yes, and it's in fast flowing water conditions. And you have to navigate
the Australia.
It's too dangerous for
Australia,
us. We don't like it.
Australia, New Zealand, Germany, New Zealand.
It's natural to them.
Natural to them.
Okay. Modern pentathlon. Egypt won the gold in the men's individual. What's pentathlon? 5?
Yeah.
So it includes 5 disciplines. Okay, no why.
5 events.
Then women was won by Hungary.
Yes.
Silver, Japan, France, Italy, South Korea, bronze. Rowing. This is what Oxford does against
Cambridge.
Britain won the men's 8. Romania the women's. Men's per Croatia, women's per Netherlands, men's for US, women's for Netherlands. Netherlands actually did very well in this Olympics.
Yes.
They actually did better than Great Britain. They got the women's singles, Romania as well, and then New Zealand, Germany.
Traditional sports.
Okay, so let's leave that. Let's go to rugby sevens. France gold for men, New Zealand for women.
France winning was a bit of an anomaly because Fiji is the ultimate 7 powers, but Fiji was second.
South Africa got the bronze.
South Africa, of course, rugby.
And then
France also has a strong rugby culture.
Yeah. New Zealand got the gold, Canada second, and USA third.
In the women.
Sailing. How is that even a sport?
It is.
Austria gold, Spain, Netherlands, Austria. Just the Europeans just came to take all the medals.
Yes.
Netherlands, Australia, Italy.
But the sailing that you are looking at is not the big boat sailing. There is a smaller version.
Shooting.
Yes.
10-meter air pistol men's.
China. That's Ivor Green Street's sport.
The winners: China, Serbia, South Korea, China, South Korea, South Korea, China, Switzerland.
Yes.
China, they shoot past everybody.
Because again, it's cultural, and also it's quite expensive.
I didn't see any US medalists in
It's quite expensive.
In the shooting.
Yeah, it's quite
mostly
expensive.
China and South Korea.
It's quite expensive.
Hey, okay, let's come to skateboarding. Australia, Japan.
Yes. It's not for us.
Okay, let's go to surfing.
It's not for us.
It's not for us.
Don't we have waves in Ghana?
We do, but we don't surf.
We don't surf.
Swimming.
We swim.
Swimming is a very interesting mix of winners. So you have men's backstroke, Italy. Women's backstroke, Australia. 200 men's backstroke, Hungary. Women's backstroke, Australia.
Yeah.
Men's butterfly, Hungary. Women's butterfly, US.
Yeah.
Men's butterfly, France.
Right? Yeah.
Women's 200, Canada. Men's breaststroke, Italy.
It's mixed up.
Women's breaststroke, South Africa. South Africa got a women's breaststroke.
Yes.
Now, if you go to, there's also France, US, Australia, Sweden, China, Romania, Australia. It's very mixed.
We are coming. The swimming.
US did well in the longer distances: 800, 1,005, 1,005, 4x100 relay. So we just did well in the relays, and then China did well in the artistics.
Yes.
So this one's understandable.
Yeah, but the swimming, I think we have a plan for it. It looks okay.
So we should keep pushing.
We keep. You see, the thing is, we've started it, and it's gaining ground. So that's the most important thing.
Get to find out.
We have to keep.
We will keep going.
And then,
what is going to happen is the program will get good enough, perhaps, to attract a competent swimmer, Ghanaian-born swimmer out there. We can say, come.
And then from there,
you build on that.
Because when I look at the countries winning the swimming, mostly advanced
and
countries.
then the other thing we need.
There's nobody born here who is beating anybody from those places.
And we need to give our swimmers. We need to get them to participate in the world-class competitions. That's where they can get sharpened.
Because when you look at the people who are doing well.
Also, the thing is this. Look, let the swimming. Anybody who watches the swimming, do you see the sizes of the swimmers?
They are big. Their arms are long.
Did you see? It's a sport of physiology.
The bigger you are, the more you can push.
Nathan Kwao and I could try, but
actually we go tire.
It's like
see, think about it. Look at Katie Ledecky, or
these are
Phelps, or Ian Top. You realize that naturally they are of a certain size. So that is a 20 or 30% advantage before we start anything.
Yeah, exactly.
You get it. Table tennis, Charlie. China won everything.
Here we are not joking here.
I was supporting some French guy,
but
he got
the final between the guy from Sweden and
men's team.
That game, Charlie, crazy.
So this is it. All the events were won by China.
Somebody says there's a great community surfing in Busua Beach
for fun. So I was surprised France didn't do it because I have the brothers. There's some brothers in France who do well in. I follow table tennis.
Yes.
They got bronze in the men's singles, and they got the men's team also bronze. They met or something. Yes. They are very good.
Unless Malong and his people are not alive or not competing, nobody is carrying anything.
China won everything: mixed doubles, mixed singles, everything. In fact, in the women's single, China got silver and gold.
Yes.
All right. So table tennis, taekwondo. Taekwondo is
Korean. Gave Cote d'Ivoire a medal.
Good. So you have men's
taekwondo is Korean.
South Korea, Azerbaijan. South Korea gold. Azerbaijan, France, Tunisia, bronze.
So the creators of the martial arts, they are there winning gold.
South Korea won 2 of the gold. They won. Yeah, that's it. It's a mixed country, mixed bag. So there's Thailand, there's Iran, there's France, there's Tunisia winning a gold.
These are all the traditional powerhouses.
But then Cote d'Ivoire got a bronze.
Yes. Sheikh Salah, that's his name.
All right. Now let's come to tennis. Australia.
Italy, not for us.
Italy, Czech Republic. We are not in there.
We don't play tennis in Ghana.
Track and field, 100 meters, men, US, Jamaica, US. Women, St. Lucia, US. 200, Botswana, US. 200, US, St. Lucia, US. They say US is always 2. Men's 400, US, Great Britain, Zambia. Women's 400, Dominican Republic, Bahrain, Poland. Men's 800, Kenya, Canada. This Canadian guy is South Sudanese.
Arab.
Yes, Canada, by South Sudan. Algeria. So you can say it was almost a clean sweep for African-born people, right? Kenya, Canada, Algeria. Women's 800, Great Britain, Ethiopia, Kenya. So Britain took the gold in 800. They've always done well in 800. Men's 1,005, US, Great Britain, US. This is crazy. 1,500. Usually it is Hisham El Garouche. This is our age range. It's the North Africans, East Africans. Men's 1,005, US, Great Britain, US. Women, Kenya, Australia, Great Britain. Now, men's 5,000, Norway.
Yeah, exactly. Great Britain.
Kenya, US. Women's 5,000, Kenya, Netherlands. Netherlands is Sifan Hassan.
Yeah.
Men's 10,000, Uganda, Ethiopia, US. So there's no clean sweep for Africa. Women's 10,000, Kenya, Italy, Netherlands. Italy. Are you kidding me? Women's 100-meter hurdles, US, France, Puerto Rico. The Nigerian girl didn't even get to the final. The world record holder, women's 100-meter hurdles, she didn't get to the final.
Toby
Amushan. With men's 110, US, Jamaica. Men's 400 hurdles, US, Norway, Brazil. Women's 400 hurdles, US. US on men's 3,000 steeplechase, Morocco, US, Kenya. Women's steeplechase, Bahrain. Before Uganda, Kenya. Men's 4x100 relay, Canada, South Africa, Great Britain. Women's 4x100, US, Great Britain, Germany. Men's 4x4, US, Botswana, Great Britain.
Women's 4x4, US.
US, Netherlands, Great Britain. Men's 4x4 relay mixed, Netherlands, US, Great Britain. What's going on here, guys? You know, walk race, Ecuador. You know, discus, Japan, Jamaica. Women, US, hammer throw, Canada. Charlie, the only thing Ethiopia won was men's marathon.
What is your worry?
Okay, this is my worry. Let's come to Africa. I have the African medal chart, and this is for me the biggest issue here. The whole of Africa, only about 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11 countries won medals.
Look at my table. Yeah.
All right. Only 11 African countries won medals. The best African country was Kenya. 2 gold, and then I think.
So they won 11 medals in all.
Yes.
2 gold. They won 4 gold, 2 silver, and 5 bronze. Algeria came second with 2 gold and 1 bronze. South Africa 1 gold, 3 silver, 2 bronze. Ethiopia 1 gold, 3 silver. Egypt won 1 of each. Tunisia 1 of each. Botswana 1 gold, 1 silver. Uganda 1 gold, 1 silver. Morocco 1 gold, 1 bronze. Cape Verde 1 bronze. Zambia 1 bronze. Cote d'Ivoire 1 bronze.
This is my problem. When you put this on an African map, on an African heat map, East African countries, Kenya, Ethiopia, Uganda, they won 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 gold, with 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 silver and about 6 bronze. So you can say East Africa won. North Africa, Algeria 2 gold, Tunisia 1 gold, Egypt 1 gold, Morocco 1 gold. So that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 gold and a sprinkle of silvers and bronzes.
39 medals.
Southern Africa, Botswana 1 gold, South Africa 1 gold.
Zambia.
Charlie, West Africa Sankwas.
Cote d'Ivoire.
The whole West Africa, only Cote d'Ivoire got a medal. It was a bronze. And Cape Verde got a bronze.
Yeah.
So all of West Africa, Central Africa, they didn't even go for the Olympics.
Don't have time.
What is wrong with West Africa?
What's wrong with that saying?
The whole West Africa, we got only 2 bronze medals. Cote d'Ivoire and Cape Verde. How? The whole West Africa, from Nigeria to Senegal. Oh,
let me. You see, I like the way you've built this up all the way here.
It's bad.
Have you? There's a work that was done by a lecturer called Anirudh Krishna and her colleague Eric Hagland. Okay, Sanford Institute of Public Policy. That's Duke University. And I'll stretch it to this. They talk about the concept of effect. They talk about the concept of an effectively participating population.
Effectively participating
population. And argue that not everyone in a country has equal access to competitive sports, or for that matter, to other arenas. So many are not effective participants on account of ignorance or disinterest, disability, or deterrence. Now, I'll mention a name that you are, Amartya Sen. Okay, remarks in the context of the economy, for instance, that the ability to participate depends on a variety of enabling social conditions. It is hard to participate in the expansionary process of the market mechanism, especially in a world of globalized trade, if one is illiterate and unschooled, or if one is weakened by undernourishment and ill health, or if social barriers like discrimination, no capital, no access, exclude substantial parts of humanity from fair economic participation. So the size of the effectively participating fraction varies from country to country, ranging from 0 to 1. Countries where the fraction of effective participants is closer to 1 are able to convert their pool of talent into medal-winning records. In other countries where opportunity is less widely distributed, the fraction of effective participants is closer to 0. The talent pool in such countries is less effectively utilized. So, I will low medal tallies can arise both because a country has very few people and because very few of its people effectively participate, and that is where I think the problem lies. The pool that can effectively participate. We mentioned a lot of sports. We play golf in Ghana, but are they active? Are they effective participants when it comes to golf? Somebody just said we do surfing, busia, boxing. Yes, effective here, but these days not so. Football, we are effective participants.
Which means that the average Ghanaian footballer, there are so many people play football that the pool generates people of the highest level because we have enough.
Exactly.
So if we don't do enough athletics, enough running, enough throwing, we will never get world class people because cream rises to the top. And because we are such a small pool,
yes, we need to expand that pool of effective participants.
So if you want to do well in athletics, do athletics meet everylevel.
Yes.
So that people are running every day
and grow a new generation, which is why somebody made me aware of the Legon Creative Athletics Club. It had skipped me. I would have mentioned it on Friday. They organize the Junior Olympics in Ghana, and they are training kids from age 4 or 5 to develop an interest. Once you develop the interest, then they start teaching you the technique. So at least if you start from age 5, 6, by the time you are 10, you are at a certain level. You understand? So if that pool increases, the likelihood of getting more John Pauls, more Gadais, more Saminus increases. So it's not just Saminu appearing once every 5 years or John Paul appearing.
So you don't have effective advice, you get outliers. Maybe somebody whose parents invested in him, took him to all the best schools, but you will not get enough pool. So if you do more swimming, you do more athletics, then there will be natural. So that's why I say we don't do tennis in Ghana. We don't have effective participation in tennis.
No. You and I play tennis.
So if in every school kids were playing tennis as a sport and they were competing, so that's why NSMQ will do well.
We do well.
We have the quiz culture. I get it.
You know.
So that's question one answered.
Yes.
Question two. What about ability? So okay, you can't do effective participation in everything.
Yes.
So give me 5 sports that if Ghana said we wanted to win something in, give me 5 that we can get effective participation because the interest and ability is there.
Oh,
5 disciplines. Give me your 5 disciplines.
Okay, football, boxing, athletics, football.
By athletics, you mean track and field?
I mean,
yes, track and
field. Yeah.
Track.
So football, boxing,
football, the sprint events.
So football sprint.
Yes.
So sprint is 100, 200, 400.
100, 200, 400
so that's the
if
second.
you like.
And the third one is what?
Boxing.
Boxing.
Yes.
That's your top 3.
Yes.
And looking at things now, you can say let's add swimming.
Okay, you can add
because
swimming.
It's growing.
Yes, you can add swimming.
Can add
so
swimming.
let's say 4.
What about you?
I would say field events, not track.
Event. So high jump,
because
long jump.
There are a lot of events there in field.
Fair.
2, the effective participation in those events globally is not that high. So if you focus there, you do. If you look at the countries that have done well, Burkina Faso won 1 long jump.
Yes.
You understand? Cameroon get 1 long or triple jump. I've forgotten the lady's name.
So field.
Yes. So discus, shot put. We could do well.
Fair point.
So
high jump. We had Grosieboa.
So field events.
Yes. So I would not pick track because you see, track, a lot of countries are super good at it.
Fair point.
But the field events, if we focused, so I would take field,
long
not
jump,
track,
high jump,
yes,
all these things.
So I'll take field. I'll stick with the boxing.
So we still have the natural ability in boxing.
Yes,
and enough young guys who want to box.
Too many people. And then I will add the football. I won't add swimming yet.
Would you add women's football?
Yes.
So women's football, there's enough girls playing now.
Oh yes, now. More, we don't even have enough teams for them.
So field, football, what's the third one?
So for me, the field events, boxing, football, these are 3. I can't do 5.
You can't even give me 5.
No, I can't do 5. I don't think swimming will get there anytime soon.
Tennis, we are
swimming is still among the
no, tennis is too expensive. Table tennis, we don't have the discipline required for it. Look, I keep telling you this. I did it. My compulsory course to graduate was table tennis. I had to do 2 hours a day of ping pong
every day
for 1 year.
Are you serious?
Every single day.
As a university?
China, yes.
You're not even going to be a world?
No. Which is why I told you that when I came back, I didn't play enough, but
2 hours a day.
Yes.
I'm sure you could take down.
I would beat up the national team if I could.
2 hours a day to just graduate.
Yes.
Not as a sports.
No.
As like what we call
Afrotech and all those things. Yes. That was it.
So the universities are a clue.
Yes.
In a sense that
2 hours a day.
So what I'm saying, education institutions can also give us the effective participation,
you
can say every school must have an athletics meet. They must do inter-houses, inter-colleges and things, and you increase the level of competition and the prices.
Yes.
I'll give you an example. The Nigerian female basketball team, the women's basketball, as they were playing and the players were scoring the points, their colleges were tweeting about them. That was shout outs to this player who plays for this school and she's here, blah 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 blah. And the US, we've said it so many times, college sport is very key to what they do.
So our school system, do they still do sports? Like
school sport. But over the week there was one. You saw the Greater Accra thing at Elwak.
I've told you that until the Ministry of Youth and Sports and the Ministry of Education realize that they should be the same when it comes to this, we will not make any headway.
Which is why under some previous government, youth and sports and education were the same.
Yes, you see, without the two realizing that they need one another for us to make progress, we will not succeed at this. That interco that was held at Elwak should have been held at the University of Ghana. Because why did we spend all that money to put that facility there for people to go and run in that thing that will injure somebody's child?
There's a list here I wanted you to comment on.
Okay,
somebody generated the number of athletes that came from specific universities in the US Games. So US universities.
Yes.
Have you seen the chart?
You mentioned it. I'll pay attention.
Stanford produced the most athletes.
Yeah, I think I saw something.
Who won either silver, gold, or bronze. 37.
So from swimming and other things, I'm sure.
UCLA was number 2, 17.
Okay.
which is University of...
So they are mixing basketball and all
California,
those things.
Los Angeles.
Okay.
Then you have University of Southern California, which I believe is in San Diego.
Yeah, USC.
16 medals. Then Texas, University of Texas, Austin, 14. Harvard, of all places, 13.
UT?
I'm surprised, Harvard, 13.
Julian Alfred went to Texas.
University of Florida, 13 as well.
Yeah, University of Florida has a strong...
Yes, running culture.
Penn State also give them 13.
Yeah, Penn State.
Christian Coleman and Cole went to Florida.
Now, Berkeley give them 12. So, in the list, California alone has UCLA, USC,
and Berkeley.
Then you have University of Wisconsin 12, University of Virginia 11, University of Kentucky 11. I'm sure when you come down to Duke and things, there's like so many.
Yeah.
So I don't know what this is for US.
Yes. But there are other foreign nationals who attend these schools also for
more.
Yes, for sports.
So your point is, if you want to do well to create that effective population, you need to use sports.
Yes. And the schools, from a very... The two must realize that there's a connection between them. At the moment, they haven't figured it out yet.
Do we have good coaches in field sports still?
Not enough.
Even so now,
and that is reflected where we need them the most is at the basic level and secondary school level, which is reflected in some of the things some of the schools have really good PE teachers. If you go to the central region, they have good at the secondary school level. If you go to the Ashanti region, they have very, 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 very competent people who can teach you pole vault and all those things, because most of these people would have been national athletes who have graduated into those roles, but it's not national enough. We have 16 regions. If we can mention only 3 as having that kind of
so
preparation.
That thing we saw over the weekend from LWAC where people were jumping high jump with all things.
Because who is teaching them?
But can't they watch TV?
No, you can't watch TV and do it.
But you can't do high jump anyway.
They said we're doing short jump.
So are you guys telling me that this poor Olympics performance is more system issues, not just...
But I think my concept explained it effectively enough for you.
But if government is committed,
yes,
it's not a 1 year thing.
No, you have to be committed.
You need like a decade.
You need planning for this.
Money.
You see, the thing is this: a lot of countries are still throwing money at this. A lot of countries are going to get better, as we've seen. The US has started doing well in certain events that traditionally you did not associate them with, and I mean traditionally.
Like for example, 1,500.
They found ways. You just mentioned Jakob Ingebrigtsen winning a 5,000. He's from Norway. You understand? So we also need to up our game, because those who are winning the medals will find ways of winning more medals because they want to win more medals.
We didn't do anything, because weightlifting has been something we've been good at traditionally.
Yes.
We didn't do anything.
Yes. Not this time.
We didn't go.
No.
We are talking about countries, for example, the Americans and others. As part of their strategy, they sometimes send runners to Kenya and Ethiopia to go and acclimatize and train and understand the science behind running at altitude.
So we should go back. We should concentrate on football field events.
That's what I think.
And you say we should do boxing in addition to the football.
Yeah, I think boxing,
track and field.
Yeah, I think we should throw a lot of money at the boxing and the field events. Football has more than enough
people.
Yes.
If we get more people,
football has more than enough.
More people doing field events.
Yes. Let's improve the coaching at the basic level for that. To throw more money at track too. But I'm saying if we are doing medal hunting, I would take my chances with the field events more than the tracks.
We'll read some comments and then we'll go into a few interviews. Before we do that, though, the Ghana Lotto Operators Association (GLOA) is calling on all its members, the Concerned Lotto Agents Association of Ghana, and all Lotto operators in Ghana to a crucial meeting to discuss licensing issues with the NLA. It's on Tuesday, the 13th of August. 10 a.m. Tang Palace Hotel, Roman Ridge, Accra. All must make it a point to attend in the interest of our business. Thank you. Which Bank in Ghana is always at your service. Omni Basic. Which Bank is ready to assist you with their 24-hour state-of-the-art contact center. Omni Basic. Which Bank is Ghana's fastest growing corporate bank and Bank of the Year 2023. Omni Basic. Now, we're always at your service. You can reach us on 0307 086 000 or 0302 758 555. Omni basic accounts available open now. Omni basic at your service.
Now there's a new and exciting chocolate beverage out there on the market from the producers of Cowbell. I introduce to you Twisco. Is a chocolate drink with a blend of premium cocoa powder and enriched with Enafort. Start your day with a cup of the great tasting Twisco and power your dream, and this ad is FDA approved. Now when you buy anything, it has to be the very best. That's why if you are building or you're in the construction space, you need Diamond Cement's 42.5 R grade. Is the highest quality cement on the Ghanaian market. If you want something more affordable, there's the 32.5 R grade, which means there's good value for your pocket. Call 0244-313-368 or find Diamond Cement. Nationwide, they've got factories in Aplau, Takrady, and Buipe. Diamond Cement, still hard as a diamond. Now you're home, you're lying in bed after a long day, you want to relax, but the mattress is sagging beneath you. Don't do that. You don't have to compromise on quality. Go to Latex Foam and see the wide array of high quality mattresses and furniture crafted with your ultimate relaxation in mind. Get in touch with them on 0322 008499 or visit them online, latexfoamghana.com. And if you are planning on going to school later this year and you don't know which school to choose, Heritage Christian University College is an option you should consider. They are providing a missing link in tertiary education through creativity and innovation. They've got several undergrad programs. They have some master's programs as well. They are affiliated to KNUST and UCC, and they are accredited by GTech. And if you want to find them, they are at Amasaman behind the Olympic Stadium. Visit their website, hcuc.edu.gh, or call 020-229-8399. Heritage Christian University College, educating compassionate entrepreneurial leaders.
Yes, a few of your quick comments before we jump into some interviews.
All right, this one is from Dai in Kofredia. Says, our problem here with effective sports development is that most often impatient, and we keep putting all our eggs in one basket. Football and boxing largely to the exclusion of all else. And so currently you will notice our inordinate and obsessive attention to astroturfs and astroturfs. We are so limited in our outlook and more often for immediate quick gain. Yeah. This one says the way we organize our sports, even if they introduce Alikoto in the Olympics, the Chinese and Europeans will master it and win all the medals.
Charlie.
We are simply not serious. This one says, I watched most of the athletes' interviews after they won a medal, and for about 95% of them, I heard them say, I started swimming, running, boxing, or jumping between the ages of 4 and 7. We should ask ourselves, what were we doing at that age, and what are the current 4 to 7-year-olds doing? Even now, most high schools have taken away extracurricular activities from the syllabus, and we are always finding the values of X and Y. This one says, Bernard, taekwondo coaches and athletes have to pay 100% for every expenditure during their qualifiers. Okay. It says it's a curse to do sports in Ghana. This one says the African medal table is binary 1-0-0-1-0. This one says until we begin taking things seriously as a country, we'll continue paying lip service and celebrating other countries. This one says, do you realize that black people made up about 90 to 100% of the European and American teams? Look at the American and French basketball teams. It says there's a whole tennis community in Ghana that can compete in the Olympics.
There is not. We will get lashed by somebody's junior team.
We shouldn't kid ourselves. We have to invest. All right. There are some things you can start early, though. So there are things you need to do. For example, the first bank junior internship program is one of the things you can start with your kids at a very early age. So by the time they are 18 or 19, they are on their way to being world champions. Speaking to Alan Kwe and the team shortly. Comments still welcome. 054-998-6996. So what's the best age to start, whether it's football, athletics, track and field, or whatever? What's the best age to start investing? What's the best age to open a bank account? So when I come back, I'll be speaking to friends from First Bank about their junior internship program, how you can start them young. So by the time they get to that age, they're already doing well. Stay with us. And even with broken wings, sometimes you find
This is the Citi Breakfast Show, the city's biggest conversation.
Hi, Mom, it's me, Kwame.
Hey, Kwame. How are you?
Mom, I'm fine, oh.
Okay.
You know something?
No, tell me.
I'm looking for a complete furniture set for my new place.
Kwame, I've told you before, the only one place you should go, eh?
Yeah, Mom, but I need a mattress to fit my bed.
Ash foam.
I need a bed to fit my room.
Ash foam.
What about a sofa where go relax my body?
Ash foam.
Wardrobes to fit all my clothes?
Ash foam.
What about linens and pillows for sweet dreams?
Kwame, Ash foam.
Mommy, I feel you. Ash foam all the way.
From mattresses to beds, sofas, wardrobes, linens, pillows, and more. Don't waste time and visit any Ashfoam showroom across the country or call our hotline at 0243 200 729. Ashfoam. Feel it, know it.
Hey, so what goes into building quality structures? I mean, literally, what goes into it? Wujaf, you don't want to be sitting here somewhere worrying whether or not you did a really good job. It's a very simple equation. If there's no diamond cement in the mix, massa, forget it. Don't start cry. Menye, diamond cement has been providing builders, block makers, and construction companies that peace of mind for years. Diamond cement is 42.5 R grade cement. Unbeatable quality made right here in Ghana. And because we have your pocket in mind, we provide 32.5 R grade so that everybody getting on. No long talk, Jack. If there's no diamond cement in the mix, don't start. Locate Diamond Cement Ghana Limited nationwide with factories in Aflao, Takrade, and Buipe, or call 0244 313 368 or 0540 111 978 or 0202 021 175. Diamond Cement, still as hard as a diamond.
This is the Citi Breakfast Show, the city's biggest conversation.
Citi Breakfast Show. We're talking about starting them early. And First Bank Ghana have introduced their junior internship program. I announced this on this program before. And it's already working. Today is the 12th of August, so I'm sure they've done like 2.5, 3 weeks. Maybe a month. So Alan Kwe is joining us in the studio to talk to us about the First Bank Junior Internship Program. He's also come with witnesses or people who have experienced this fantastic opportunity. And so we have Lois Brew from Legacy Girls, Reina Yeboah from Outside Academy, Michael Ewa from Beacon College, Rian Yeboah, Alcid Bubune Ata from Jack Prevert. All of them here to talk about the experience. But let's start with Alan. Welcome to the show. Good morning.
Good morning, listeners, and of course to the team here.
How are you doing, Alan?
I am great. I'm well. I
Wonderful.
work with one of the best banks in the system.
And I see you've written your name on your shirt. Is that the way you guys do it there now?
Yes, sometimes no, but
I like it.
We like it being branded corporately.
So when somebody says, "Good morning, Mr. Kwe," they know you by your shirt.
Exactly.
That's wonderful. So what is this First Bank Junior Internship Program all about?
Okay, so the bank is 130 years, and one of its corporate social responsibility is about education. We are very strong on education.
Yeah.
We are strong on health, and we are strong on women empowerment.
Nice.
So what the bank has come up with, tapping into our corporate social responsibility, and of course with our child customers, is to enhance the relationship by providing them some education as far as banking is concerned during their long vacation. So the junior internship actually allows child customers of the bank between the ages of 10 and 15 to come into the bank in a branch, of course, and spend 5 working days learning about the basics of banking, first bank, customer service, banking products and services, seeing the vault, which adults don't see, seeing the ATM room, learning about customer service, doing some simple clerical work, as in filing, photocopying, meet and greet some customers, and then at the end of the 5th day, they get a certificate. This year, we've also introduced an essay writing competition. And so for the very best 3, they also would win some cash to take off school-related expenses. I was just telling one of your salesmen that seeing that you also have a literacy challenge and you have finalized it to 10, as a bank, we want the 10 when they are identified. In fact, you've already identified them.
You want to give them?
We want to give them that internship period as well. So next year, we'll talk seriously about this program. But for now,
you are giving them the
the chance to experience.
You are true per second. You think correctly.
to come and intern and also learn about banking. You never know. Any of them could end up being one day being the MD.
Which is funny because one of your finalists was in our top 10 last year.
She just told me that she was here and she was fit.
She actually took part in the competition. She was fit because she had a bad day. She would have won. Just that day something happened.
Okay.
So this is great. Why are you doing it? I mean, look, you are a bank. You want customers, but why are you stressing yourself? Like bring kids.
Like I said,
that.
It's very simple. We want to add and enhance the relationship we have with our customers.
All right.
So for all the various types of customers, there's something that is in there to enhance the relation, add value. It is not just about giving us your money and keeping it and giving back to you with an interest as promised among other services, but we want to enhance the relationship.
All right.
So for the children here, of course, mentoring, counseling, shaping their future careers is key. And as I said, education is very important to us, and therefore we are using the experience of internship to educate them. We look forward to one of them being an MD, one of them being even the governor, one of them being the Minister of Economics one day.
So how did they get in?
Okay, so they are, as I said, the operative word is a child customer. In other words, they have a relationship with the bank. They have an account with us. If you don't have an account, it's very simple to become a customer of the bank. I'm sure there's a number that you have been talking about.
Yes, I have a phone number.
But I can also give you my number. And
so you open an account for a child or as a child.
Yes.
And then you write an essay.
No, you don't. Once you have an account with us, and you are between the ages of 10 to 15, and you're on the long vacation, you apply. So there's an application form. You fill it, and of course, because you have a relationship with us, we then schedule you, because this program is highly subscribed. So we schedule you because
5 days.
5 days. We do it in a way that the branches are not overcrowded.
So you go to different branches?
They go to different branches. We have 26 branches. So we look for the one that is very close to you, because we are offering you convenience. One that is very close to you. As you see, the addressing is not the way the bankers would dress, but we also make it very flexible in terms of dressing, and also very flexible in terms of working hours. So some come in at 9, they close at 2. Some come in at 10, they close at 2. Some come in at 8, they close at 3. It's all about
so you can get as many of them through as possible.
Yes, really because if we did it for more than 1 week, then we'll take others out. But there's also another group where beyond once they are in high school, we give them 2 weeks. They do it at the head office, and they get the opportunity to visit other branches.
So that's the second level.
That's the second level. But the primary.
So these guys are secondary level.
These are primary.
Oh, they just did 1 week.
They just did 1 week. But of course, sometimes they ask for 2 weeks, and we do grant.
I get it.
But the other one is for persons above 15, like Michael.
So that's
they get to spend 2 weeks in the head office, and they go around every department. So they tend to do a lot more.
So that's more intense. Let's start with Lois. So Lois, talk to me a bit about yourself. You are at Legacy now.
Yes.
But I thought you were in JSS last year or something.
So when around the literacy challenge time, I had actually finished writing BEC. So by the time the finals were coming, I was in Legacy first
Okay.
year.
Okay.
Yeah. So
What are you
now
studying at Legacy?
I'm studying humanities, so that's Cambridge IGCSE.
Wow. How do you find the place?
Oh, it's good. It's nice.
So talk to me about how you got onto this internship program.
So actually what happened was that I came back from school on this long vacation. Then my mother met me and she was like, oh, I've signed you up for an internship. And I was like, oh, cool. So now I'm here.
And how have you found it? How has it been?
Oh, it's been good so far. It's very educative. You are treated like an actual employee, so they don't treat you like a child.
Okay.
You actually they give you work that makes you feel like you're a banker.
So where did you go?
I went to the airport branch.
The airport branch. How did you feel like on the first day?
I actually came late on the first
Oh
day.
Lord. You
So
came late on the first day.
when I came, everybody was working and I was just looking at them and I was like, hey,
What have I done to
what
myself?
have I done to myself?
But sort of by the 5th day you were cool.
Or even on the first day, yeah, I spoke to the other interns and then became friendly and I was fine.
Reina, what's your story? You are at Alcid. What, by the way, how old are you?
I'm 14.
Reina, how old are you?
15.
15. Okay, so tell me your story. Alcid, what year?
Actually, I just wrote BEC, so I just graduated.
Well done. You wrote BEC.
Yes.
How was the exam?
It was okay.
How many ones are you getting?
Hopefully 7.
What's the plan after BEC?
As in like the school I want to go
Yeah.
to. So I wrote the entrance exam for Legacy.
Okay.
And then I passed. But then they need a certain aggregate.
So you are waiting for that?
Yes, I'm just
But
waiting.
you're sure you're going to get in?
Hopefully, yes.
Wonderful. So how did you get on this program?
So honestly, I don't know how. Like my parents just told me like, oh, why don't you just sign up for a junior internship program at First Bank? And I was like, okay, at least I'll get to like feel how the whole banking system and everything is like. And then I started. It was okay. On the first day, I just felt out of place because like, it was my first day.
Yeah.
I was a little bit scared.
Okay.
But then the work that is given to you, and yes, just as Lois said, they don't treat you as children. They treat you as...
That's very important to you guys.
Yes.
You don't want to be treated like kids.
I don't want to.
But you are between the bridge of kids and adults, so you're a bit like lost.
But yeah, they give you certain like work, and it makes you feel like, oh, okay, I'm now a banker. I'm now working in the bank, and I always wanted to feel how work was like.
Yeah.
So yes, this
Which
is like
branch did you go to?
Airport.
Airport.
branch.
So this is like the main branch.
Yeah, like the
Airport
head of
branch.
yeah.
So you go in the morning, put your bag down.
Put my bag down.
Or do you have like a supervisor?
Yes.
Who will tell you your tasks for the day?
Yes. And then we went to different departments and we helped with filing and
stuff.
photocopying and stuff like that.
Wow. Let me come to Michael. So you are in the 15. So okay, you are 15. You are 14. So how old are you?
I'm 16.
16. So you are a high level guy.
Yes.
What school are you at?
Beacon College International. I just graduated, so I'm done with IGCSE.
So this is grade what?
I'm going to grade 11.
So IGCSE.
Yes.
And you're waiting for your results.
Yes.
So how did you get onto this program?
My dad signed me up.
Just like that?
Just like that.
He didn't even ask your permission.
Oh no, but I'm fine with it.
You're fine with it?
Very fine.
So tell me about your experience on the program.
It was absolutely, it was too good.
Too good?
Too good, because I've always been wanting to be in a bank. Whenever I go to a bank,
Already?
Yes.
You already want to be in a bank?
I already want to be in a bank. I want to see what's happening in a bank. And you know, when you told me I would be going to the head office, I was very excited. I was like, okay, I'm going to be doing a lot of things. I'm going to be seeing the departments and everything. So yeah, I came in the first day. I was not feeling really shy. I was like excited, you know, adrenaline and everything, ready for what today. I met my supervisor. We were allocated to our different departments. The first day, I went to the customer service desk. I was helping, and then I really saw how the bank actually puts their customers first, because FBN Bank, you first basically. So they put customers first, and you work with customers in hand and everything. I learned communication skills and everything, and how the banker platform works and everything.
Wow.
And obviously, as they said, I was not made like I was a child. Like I work with them like I was their colleagues and everything. There wasn't really like a barrier because of my age or so.
Wow.
We really worked hand in hand.
So yours was 2 weeks.
Yes, mine was 2 weeks.
Yours was 2 weeks. You look like someone who wants to work in a bank already.
Oh yes, I want to do finance.
You want to do finance?
Yes.
So you like the smell of money?
Oh, it's not that.
By the way, so you're going to grade
11.
So have you decided which special? Are you doing science? Are you doing the arts? What?
I know I'm going to be doing like economics, business, math,
yeah,
and then majoring in finance in university.
Wonderful. So you are Beacon.
Yeah, I'm leaving Beacon
because you're now going to go to a new.
Yes.
Yes, but you're going to blow the papers. The first.
Definitely.
You're going to
I am completely sure. My results are coming tomorrow. Yes.
Please, when they come, let me know.
I will let you know.
Let me know. I'll announce it on air. Wow, Michael is very confident. So, are you using this thing to recruit bankers secretly? Let's just be clear. Let's be clear, because now they say we should start Olympics at age 4 and 10. So, if you are looking for bankers as teenagers or something.
Okay, so our mind for us, we are giving back to the community. For us, we are giving back to the community, and of course, we are giving back to the child customers that we have. At this point in time, some of them are pretty too young to know what their futures will be.
But certainly not Michael.
Certainly not Michael, who wants to be someone in future in the handling the finance.
He wants to design Ghana's financial liberation.
For us, it's more about giving back to the children, giving back to the customers, giving back to the community. And of course, if we do get one of them eventually, or some of them become bankers, be it in another bank, obviously they'll trace their learnings from First Bank.
Wow.
For a bank of 150 years, we have birthed a lot of bankers that are today in many other banks as well. So
I have more of the interns. Is that the name?
Yes.
Interns here.
Junior interns.
Your school is interesting. Jack Prevert. What's is that? Am I pronouncing it right?
Kind of.
Can you help me pronounce it properly?
Jacques Prévert.
Jacques Prévert. It's a French school. Where is it based? France. So, what grade or what level are you at?
I'm going to grade 7.
You're going to grade 7. So you guys are instructed in English and French?
Yes, it's mostly French. We have about 2 or 3 classes in English, but the rest is French.
So you can do this interview purely in English, in French?
Yes.
Okay, and Nathan speaks French, I don't. So maybe I'll ask him to ask you a few questions, but maybe I'll ask you the last question in French. So tell me about how you got on the program and how it's been like.
So the first time that I went, it was my dad that introduced it to me, and then I really liked it the first time. It was very fun, it was very educative. I got to learn a lot about the bank. So and I decided to do a second time.
Wow. So you're enjoying it? You're enjoying it. Which branch did they take you to?
Airport.
Airport?
Yeah, the head office.
You are head office people? I see. So you are done with your program for the week? You've done 1 week. You finished long time ago. Amazing. Wonderful. Let me come to Rian. You are also at Alcid. Which grade are you at?
Grade 8.
Grade 8. So are you younger than Reina or older?
Yeah.
You're younger, okay. So how old are you?
13.
So what was your experience like on the program?
It was nice. It was good.
It was nice. It was good.
Yes. So we did 1 week, but then later we had to do another week because I enjoyed it.
You wanted more. Wow.
And today is our last day. So
you came on air to do an interview.
Yes.
Can you write about your experience?
Yes.
If they ask you to write. So it's something you like to. So would you recommend this for other teenagers?
Yes.
Wow.
It's very educative. They make you feel like actual employees.
So, Bubune, tell the listeners in French, tell parents in French what you think they should do.
I don't understand.
Yeah, they will understand. They'll get a translator. They will use Google.
Okay. Moi, je suppose que vous amenez vos enfants là parce que c'est vraiment éducatif et ils peuvent apprendre beaucoup de choses. C'est super amusant et ils vont apprendre beaucoup.
Hey. Her French is so sweet, eh? Why is there a lot of in French? It's like they are talking from their wow. So you can speak French perfectly.
I wouldn't say perfectly, but I'm pretty good.
How long have you been studying France?
I think my whole life.
Your whole life. So you are bilingual.
Yeah.
From birth.
Yeah.
Charlie, you are too much. Bubune, you're a big woman. Thank you, Bubune. Thank you, Rian. Everybody, thank you, Alan. Thank you. Thank you. We'll see you next time. Enjoy this. I wish we could continue for the whole day, but your time is up. So I will see you later in life. I've been speaking to some fantastic interns in the First Bank Junior Internship Program is still on between 15 July and 15 September. It's not too late. Call 059 69 21 921. Tell them Bernard said you should call. Go 1 week into any of their programs and you will live happily ever after. All right, let's talk about something else. Rise Computing Limited. Gideon Nyamitias is a software developer. Juliet Sewatufo is a marketing exec and also a training manager. Juliet, welcome to the show.
Thank you.
Lawrence Danso is a software developer as well. Lawrence, welcome to the show.
Thank you.
And Wilhelmina Kla is a communication specialist. All of them have stormed my studio this morning. Stay relevant, lead as a business. What on earth is that? Let me start with who's going to start? Who's going to build the car? Yeah. You. So why are we staying relevant? What's the drive all about?
Okay, good morning to your listeners, Bernard. We are so excited to be here today.
Excited to have you too.
Yes, I think one of our colleagues, you are his mentor, so.
Only one?
Okay, maybe all of us. Maybe all of us.
I've been for 25 years.
Okay.
Come on. I need more proteges.
He is a big fan.
A big
fan.
fan. So you are a bit like smaller fan.
Yeah.
After the interview, come big. No worries. Okay. Stay relevant. What's that?
Okay, so I'm sure you've seen our campaigns around.
Yeah.
I think when we walked, we go one colleague say, I think I've seen your billboards around.
Yep.
We have huge billboards in high traffic areas with the copy stay relevant, lead as a business. So we are driving. I'm sure we already are aware that technology is driving the force now.
Yes.
So as a business, if you are not in the lead, I'm sure you drop off or you'll be out of competition.
Yeah.
So as a way of making companies stay relevant, we are just hammering on the fact that technology is evolving. As a business, you need to step up your game when it comes to technology, and then we are trying to put in our solutions for you to stay relevant. And like the world is, whoever thought B2B companies will be on social media? Gone are the days B2B companies is just face to face. Yes, but now we are also on social media trying to get the customers. The B2C companies are also driving for. So I think the whole stay relevant campaign is just to help businesses stay relevant, help businesses know that there's a need to jump on new trends and new techs just to stay relevant in the industry.
Maybe we need to go back. Tell me about the company, Enterprise Computing Limited. Who's going to do that?
Yeah, so I'll be doing that.
All right.
So just like my colleague Sewa was saying, companies today will need to evolve so that they can pick up new strategies and solutions that can help them remain competitive and stay relevant. Well, this is where Enterprise Computing Limited ECL comes in.
Okay.
We are an ISO certified professional services company operating here in Ghana and Liberia.
Okay.
We provide a range of IT solutions from cloud infrastructure, cybersecurity, backup and recovery, business process automation, product development. We do all of this. We make sure that we come out with customized and tailor-made solutions that are best fit for Ghanaian businesses and their pain points, right? We serve companies across board. We've done solutions for health, telecommunications, oil, gas and energy, education, banking, insurance, and all of that. We do this by ensuring that we've partnered with world-class original equipment manufacturers, OEMs, the likes of Huawei, Dell, IBM, Fortinet, Microsoft, NetApp. We've partnered with all of these big shots, in the IT world to ensure that what we bring out is quality for Ghanaian businesses. Our goal is quite simple, Bernard. We want to ensure that Ghanaian businesses of various sizes, from small, medium, large scale, are future-proofing their operations so that they can stay ahead of the curve and still remain relevant in so many years to come.
This is interesting. So what's your approach? How do you work? Who's going to tell me about that?
Great question. So I'll be taking that. So some of the key areas in which we help businesses stay relevant include providing robust cybersecurity solutions, right, to protect against and deal with the evolving threats in the cybersecurity space. Right. So as we know, day in, day out, the nature of malware is evolving. Right. So companies need to stay on top, and this is where ECL comes in. Now, we also provide scalable and flexible cloud and hybrid infrastructure solutions to support remote and hybrid work. Right. The whole world is turning towards the cloud, and ECL is championing this as well. So another thing we do is provide business process automation to streamline business processes and boost efficiency. So when we talk about process automation, right, so we develop software bots, and these software bots take over some mundane and repetitive tasks that workers will usually do.
Wow.
Yes. Another thing we can look at is comprehensive backup and disaster recovery to ensure business continuity. So in case of any, disaster, basically, ECL helps you stay on top of your game, right? We're also looking at product development. We develop customized solutions for specific needs, right? And the last thing I'll speak of is expert training and advisory services to help build in-house tech expertise, right, and boost workforce productivity. Okay, so the common thread in all that I've spoken about right now is that we offer tools, technologies, and the know-how to help our clients adapt and thrive in a constantly changing business environment. Above all, the one thing that we pride ourselves in is our in-country 24/7 fanatical support. Right?
Fanatical support.
Fanatical, I tell you.
Whilst people are sleeping, we are at your site working.
24/7.
What kind of companies do you work for in terms of, what size or what sectors?
All sizes.
All kinds of companies?
Yeah.
All kinds of company.
Really?
Small, medium scale, large scale.
So what about sectors? Any company?
Yeah.
Yes. So
Yes.
finance, healthcare,
Manufacturing.
Insurance.
I see.
oil and gas.
Telecommunications, yeah.
All kinds of companies.
Yeah.
I see.
It's technology, so of course, technology is needed everywhere.
So how do companies reach you? What can you? So maybe I'm listening and I'm the IT manager of a company. Am I the one who's going to recruit you to come and help us, or is it the MD who's going to call? What are they going to say to you for you to know that this is really something you want to even do?
Okay, so basically what we do is once you reach out to us, what we do is we do a process discovery.
Good.
So we see what areas we can work for you, what areas we can improve, what areas we can help make your business more efficient. And then we now have a breakdown. This is what we are going to do. This is what is possible. Then we go through the whole process. So whether it's cybersecurity, whether it's automation, whether it's backup and recovery, then after going through the process, we still stay on to support.
I see.
So once you have challenges, you have anything that goes wrong, we are there.
How can people reach you? Where is your location, office, online, phone number?
Okay, so first of all, we are in Tema,
Okay.
Committee 3,
Okay.
Aviation Road. And then you can also reach us on 050-604-5005.
That was pretty fast.
050-604-5005. Or send us an email at solutions@ecl-global.com. Solutions@ecl-global.com. Check out our website, www.ecl-global.com.
So this stay relevant thing, is it like a campaign for a period, or is just something? Usually when companies say they are doing something, maybe like for a certain window of time.
Yeah.
So this is on from when to when to when?
Okay, so it's a 3-month campaign.
Okay.
So you are going to see a lot of us on the road. You'll be seeing our billboards. We'll be online on all the media platforms. We are just advocating on the fact that companies need to stay relevant because now that the technology is evolving, if you don't join in, you lose guard.
Wonderful.
So it's either you are joining us or you are losing your customers. So we are just helping you stay relevant. So it's going to be for 3 months. So we are just appealing to our customers and your listeners that just watch out for great things from Enterprise Computing Limited. And we are just bringing America to Ghana.
I like that.
Yeah.
So thank you very
The
much.
truth of the matter is, our slogan is stay relevant.
Okay.
So even after this campaign has ended, we still say we help businesses stay relevant.
Super. You've been hearing friends from ECL, for short, Enterprise Computing Limited for long. Basically, they are here as a business-to-business solution provider in all the things from cybersecurity, database,
automation,
server services, process, all those things. They have these things for you. Gideon is the software manager or developer. Gideon Yamitias Juliet is the marketing exec, training manager. Lawrence, software developer as well, and Wilhelmina, who's a communication specialist. Ladies and gentlemen, thank you for being on the show. If you want to reach them, 0506 045 005. They are Tema Community 3. Email solutions@ecl-global.com. To 10, Customs Division of GRA wishes to inform the general public that a 2-month amnesty has been granted to all users of uncustomed vehicles from 1st August to 30th September. So this 2-month amnesty waives all penalties that would have been imposed should such vehicles be impounded by personnel of customs. All users of uncustomed vehicles are encouraged to take advantage of this window and regularize documentation of the vehicles that have been illegally imported into the country. General public should note that after 1st October this year, the Customs Division will undertake a nationwide unannounced inspection of vehicles on the road and impound all unaccustomed or uncustomed vehicles. Yeah, so this amnesty is from now till 30th September. From 1st October, there will be an unannounced inspection of vehicles on the roads and impound all uncustomed vehicles. For further information, visit the nearest Customs Division office or the GRA head office off Starlets 91 Road near Accra Sports Stadium at the Ministry. You may also call us toll free 0800 900 110 or email info@gra.gov.gh or WhatsApp 055 299 0000. That's 055 299 0000 for more information. A few more of your comments, Yao from Achimota.
Yes, he says, I agree with Godfrey that we can do a lot if we focus on the field events, discuss short put, high jump, long jump, javelin, pole vault, etc. All these events used to be done in the past in our basic and secondary schools. Our school calendar is now bazaar. What's the use of all those macho men following politicians? We need them to throw discus.
The macho men.
Those guys is not macho. It's a skill and there's a technique to it.
But there are a lot of macho men in Ghana. What about weightlifting?
Yeah, well, still a skill and technique. This one says, did you say we didn't get to any final?
We didn't.
Before you get to a final, you must first go to the games.
We didn't even qualify.
This one says, Orlando J. He says, Ghana is seriously depressed, and this can be seen in all aspects of life, including sports. Don't be surprised we couldn't get any medals. Says the medal Ghana never got, and he's giving us a picture of a medal. This one says we are so consumed with the corrupt procurement approach to sports, with no intentional method to developing athletes. I've seen how Ghanaian athletes kill themselves, then officials rather load themselves onto planes to go and do nothing, and then they cheat the athletes of their ad-earned money.
So he doesn't think it's even worth it.
All right, this one says Ghana has more serious issues to deal with than presenting at the Olympics. Ghana prefers to send their own athletes outside Ghana instead of ensuring we build and maintain facilities for the athletes and other sports Ghana is interested in. Learn our lessons from our African neighbors. All right, this one says the question is, what initiatives the sports and athletics fraternity going to put in place to leverage the new infrastructure across Ghana put up over the last 7 years? They must push the initiative and pull along the government and private sector to ensure full use of this infrastructure. As sports enthusiasts, I can tell you the sports fraternity must lead this initiative if we are to succeed. All right, this one says Ghana is not world class in sports, but world class in corruption. This one says the country is not even doing well. How will athletes do well? This country, our national interest is in politics and following politicians. Nothing nationalistic works, so we shouldn't expect anything. All right, this one says, you see, the reason why Ghana is struggling is because Ghana is currently developing at an undisciplined pace. Compare our performance to that of the government and our health facilities. You will understand. Okay, that's for their answer. This one says they should include dancing in Olympics. West Africa will win gold medals.
Charlie, West Africa had only 2 medals, so this is Cote d'Ivoire 1 bronze and Cape Verde 1 bronze. This is so bad, so bad. Even Nigeria no sit up. Charlie, sorry. All right, so happy birthday to the chief servant at the Ghana Chamber of Telecommunications and the EMI's chamber, Engineer Dr. Kenneth Ashigbe. May God continue to bless you and increase you as you walk on your journey of impact for Mother Ghana. This is from your team. Happy birthday to this is actually a longish one. Happy belated birthday to Mami Amenya of Ebre Kwapin from your brother Richard Bright Ado, and to Eunice Asumedu, head of people and purpose at Deloitte. Also belated happy birthday to David Minta of the Audit and Assurance, and Mavis Onyanuga Ednime J of the Strategic Advisory Unit of Deloitte, from your country managing partner Daniel Kwejo Owusu and all staff. Happy 62nd wedding anniversary.
Wow.
Mr. and Mrs. Jacob Kofi Vanderpoy. To God we give all the glory. Proverbs 22:4. The reward for humility and the fear of the Lord is riches and honor in life. This verse can be interpreted to mean that humility and fear of the Lord can lead to rewards such as life, honor, and trusting God more than yourself. They want me to play a song called Solid Rock, but the time is past. This occasion was on 4th August.
Wow.
So Mr. and Mrs. Vanderpoy, 62nd wedding anniversary.
Wow, that's huge.
Unbelievable.
That's huge.
62nd wedding anniversary. Imagine. How old would they be?
That's huge. Anyway, since we are doing birthdays, belated birthday wishes to my cousin, Dr. Nikita Dede Ajira, because yesterday was her birthday. So Dede, happy birthday to you. Wish you the very, very best. And she's put out her new book about how the world would look like if we all ate jollof.
Happy birthday to Jojo Bediaku,
the adjutant,
also the host of Beauty for Ashes, co-host of the Sunday Beauty for Ashes. Well, it's a new week. Put your best to it. Put your best foot forward. Make hay while the sun shines. Zoe Abubedu Ado is in red. Charlie, it means you are serious. When I was in Lagos, when you wear red, there will be shouts. Coco, Coco. They will give you fans. I don't know why.
Particular areas, yeah.
I don't know why they were into that.
It looks like they didn't.
So when you are walking to a registry, those days,
and you go through Vanda,
or they'll give you sometimes they don't even take like Kongo and Mibashi. Oh, Vandals have done some. Vandals have done some in this world. You know Mauli is a Vanda.
Oh wow.
It's a reference you can get.
Charlie.
Okay,
Vandals for Christ.
I won't dispute that. He has a little.
He has vandalism, vandalism tempered by the Holy Spirit. As for Glover, you know he's a vandal already, so you're not worried. So Zoe Abubedu Ado has the news at 10, and then we take from there. So we take it up.
Coming up, NDC vows to resist